Okay. Yeah, I wasn't even gone that long this time. All right, so let's begin with a little bit of time warping. And let's get you guys caught up as well, just so you know. We are basically launching a mission that I need to actually accept the contract for. So the mission, which is not currently active, yes it is wait, crew count 2 record? Oh, these are the record stuff, okay. Yes, this mission here is a required mission. Our goal is to send a rocket up to 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers downrange with a film camera and recover the sample. All right, that's what we're hoping for. We tested this yesterday, and everything should work hopefully perfectly on the rocket that we tested. We ran simulations at the end of the stream yesterday, and it did seem to work properly. I do need to switch on my... Oh, God, hold on. I need a YouTube chat open. I kind of forgot about that. Hold. I'm just yapping to YouTube. F1 looking like a fun weekend for Miami. The weather forecast is a strong chance of rain and thunderstorms. I think that these cars in the rain are going to be completely unpredictable. Okay, I think we're good. Got YouTube open. All right. W. Boost mode is banned in wet weather. So if I understand correctly, the Arrow, they're not allowed to open the back wing, but they can open the front wing, correct? In rain. I'm pretty sure. Thunderstorm is instant red flag due to safety concerns for medical helicopter. Oh, I mean, that's fine. I kind of understand that. But, like, chat, hear me out. We just waited 4 weeks for F1. And after this race, we have a 3-week break. If this weekend gets canceled, that'll be like 8 weeks straight of no races. Let's actually hope this doesn't get like rained out, because that would be fucking awful. Holy shit. 3-lap Spa repeat? Oh, don't even remind me of that garbage. Okay, mission. Like I said, 100 kilometers up, 200 kilometers that way, film, snapping some pictures, and that's basically all we got to do. So let's get this thing fast forwarded a little bit. I think our budget looks like it's positive, so we should be okay. So we'll go skirt. And now we have finished the research for some cameras, which is nice. I don't know why I'm saying cameras. For some solid rocket boosters. So if we go here, we can just double check. New skill tree, by the way. We have finished early solid rocket engines. So now we have the Aerojet, the radial separation motor, and a separation motor small. Okay, so I believe these are what we call ullage or ullage motors. Small solid motors used to help separate one state from another are perform ullage. It literally says that. Which, by the way, chat, remind me, is that ullage or oilage? Because I think it's actually pronounced oilage. But I might be wrong. It's ullage. Ullage? I don't think that's right. You know what? We have science and technology. Okay. Surely this will just tell us.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
This is a Saturn V. You probably recognize it in its engines, but do you recognize these? They are ullage rockets.
Ullage? Ullage. Ullage.
While unknown to many, they are crucial for the success of a mission. The term ullage is one that comes from winemaking, where it refers to the empty space of a container.
Ullage.
This applies to rockets too, because they are containers filled with liquid, and in their case, the ullage space is the void in the forward end of the propellant tanks. Ullage is important because it provides room for the thermal expansion of gases. It also forms a space for the dissolved gases to accumulate. These dissolved gases include the ullage bubbles, which are bubbles of gas that form in the propellant in the absence of gravity.
Mm-hmm.
In the best case, they form small bubbles in the plumbing that cause sputtering, much like in a combustion engine which has air in its fuel line. This will degrade the rocket's performance, but it can be corrected for. It's also possible they block the propellant outlet entirely, meaning the engine cannot operate. But then, worst of all these scenarios, they could lead to combustion instability, resulting in catastrophic disassembly of the vehicle
SpaceX, bro.
itself.
Is that actually what happened for that flight? I don't
As you
think so. I
can
think they
tell,
FTS'd it.
these ullage bubbles are not desirable. But having room to create ullage is not sufficient by itself. We also need some form of acceleration to accumulate the dissolved gases and remove the bubbles. Any form of forward acceleration will do, and this is exactly what the ullage rockets provide. By accelerating the vessel forward, the denser liquids settle to the aft of the tank, while the lighter gases accumulate in the ullage, thus mitigating the issues of bubbles blocking the propellant outlets
What a
or
surreal
accumulating
shot.
in the plumbing,
Holy
and
moly.
allowing for smooth sailing. Next time you see a multi-stage rocket, keep an eye out for these unsung heroes.
Okay. Ullage. So we have ullage motors, and we have a new Aerojet 2.5 KS 18,000. Sure. All right. Solid video for a 12 sub channel. Those are my fucking heroes on YouTube. Right? Like low sub count, but high quality video about some weird niche topic or something, right? Okay. So the next thing we're researching, I don't know which one it is. I think it's this up here. We're going to be researching... why is that 9+? Oh, is this for parts? We're either researching early tracking systems, which is going to add a biological sample capsule and two variations, and then a science core avionics upgrade, which will allow me to reduce the mass of the science core, increase the cost, and reduce power required. Okay. KOS disk space is 400 bytes. Wait. When you use Kerbal operating system, which is like a programmable, scriptable system, you have to worry about the size of your software? Like, I guess like the previous one only allowed you to use a certain amount of disk space for the KOS scripts? In mission mode? Yeah. Wow. That's experiment storage? I think you're wrong. It says KOS specifically, so I assume that's what that's all about. All right, and then we have the material science one coming up. This is service module, which is going to be an empty tank, I guess empty of fuel for holding other shit. This is called procedural tank and another modular tank. I think these are two different mods. Modular tank, modular nose tank, hydraulic detachment manifold, conventional storage tank upgrade. You can now use aluminum fuselage tanks. Ooh, that's lightweight. Is using the tech tree. I'm using the RP-1 tech tree compact mod, which changes the tech tree to make it a lot easier to look at. And then this is increasing management computer material technology leads to increasing productivity when integrating vehicles and constructing new facilities. Increase minimum efficiency for LCs by 3% and maximum by 5%. Okay, so that's good. All right, so if we go back here and we speed up time 113 days basically to build this, but it will speed up because as they build, they'll get more efficient at this. And I don't think the tooling really matters anymore. I think we have what we need. So, and we're going to make some money from this waiting anyways, so... again, when I fast forward, I just want to warn you all, it will flash. Like, this is going to, like, it's going to be daytime, nighttime, so it's going to be a little quick for you. If you're susceptible to flashing, when I get ready to warp, just, like, don't fucking, like, put your eyeballs next to the monitor, all right? Just so you're aware of it. Modular tanks look nicer. We'll see. Okay, there's 100 days. And we now have almost 5,000. That's good. It's really good, actually. I'm going to go to a sunrise. Actually, I don't need to do that. I need to roll this out. Rollout is $500. Wow. Okay, 11 days to roll this out to the pad. So again, I think I'm just going to fast forward right now. Again, we could technically try to hire more people if we want to. But I don't really want to. Because I feel like we need to start saving money for making more expensive rockets. So, no way you are making the deadline. Deadline. For what? Am I, like, misunderstanding? These programs have deadlines? You mean these? Bro, the deadline's in 5 years. Like, also, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I can go much faster than this. Like, I really don't think I can. Deadlines can be posted endlessly, like IRL. Oh, lovely. We love that. Yeah. Okay, let's fast forward to 11 days. I think I need to get a lot more used to just fast forwarding to the next big thing. Right? The early days of rocketry, especially in the 50s, are just slow, and we'll have to take our time to do them. But it will get better as we go on and we start doing more missions. But I feel like I need to just kind of get used to that. Oh, can they be? Oh, I don't know. Okay, so tuna sandwich casserole is ready to go. I think we are ready to launch this bad boy. Just make sure we still have black racks on, yeah. Who mows all the grass? We got a bunch of goats to do it, actually. Okay, let's hit the launch button. Let's make sure everything else is going to work properly here. I might need to set some stuff up, but I think it'll be good enough. Ah, look at that, man. All right. So we have a film camera on here. And we have our avionics package. We are manually triggering this, by the way, but we do need MechJeb autopiloting it. So we're going to do ascent guidance. All right. We'll engage the autopilot here. I'm going to make sure that auto staging is turned off. So I have turned auto staging off, but everything else is fine. All right. We are going to close this and go to edit ascent path. And shit. 20. I might need to sim this. I reinstalled my I reinstalled the mod pack to a different save file to turn on stuff. Does anyone remember what this was? I think it was 47 is correct. 20 and 47, correct? That was our flight path. Meow. Meow. Alt and vel sliders were 0. Thank you. Orbital altitude to 1,000. Oh, you guys are fucking... Look at me. We're like a whole mission control right now. All right, this is great. All right, hold on. Let me get the flight recorder on over here soon. I want to get stages, altitude, maybe delta V, Q, acceleration, stuff like that. Should be good. Okay. 20 plus 47, 67. Again, we have a spray barrel in chat. Someone get him. Where is that? There we go. Get rid of that. We are still missing some other stuff, though. I want to get the orbit information, and I want to get vessel information. Vessel information is nice to have. Orbit information is really important to have for stuff like apoapsis, you know, stuff like that. All right. Is there anything else we need, chat? Also, I think I am missing, if we go to settings, I want to just increase this to 1.3 or 1.2. 1.2 seems pretty good. All right. I want to quickly... Oh, God. The Z fighting's crazy. I want to quickly grab... I think... Ignore the fucking super loud computer. We'll look at the fuel values over here. All right. What am I... I'm supposed to look at, like, the rocket engine and stuff, too, right? All right. Test flight. We don't need to worry about that, because we don't need to worry about that. Engine, don't worry about that. Okay. It's all good. Engine failure panel, maybe? Should be all right. We need auto staging. Houston didn't disable it. Listen, man, I'm not turning on auto staging. All right. We are going to manually stage stuff. Don't worry, it's fine. This is ready to go for science as well, so we're good there. I think we're ready to launch, chat. I think we're ready to go. All right. I will F5. I think we were allowed to revert if something's wrong. All right, chat. You ready? I just count it down for me in chat. All right. I'll just go off whatever you say. Shouldn't be too bad. Ascent path I think is all good. All right. Okay. I don't know how you got a negative number. I'm quite impressed, though. All right, let's go up here. Patty says 6-7. All right. We got a hole looking weather. I slipped. I slipped. Gotta let the engine start up and go. All right, we need our mission data here as well. Okay. Okay. We're doing all right. Get rid of that. Doing good. Clouds were worth it. The clouds were worth it, man. All right, we got to go to 100,000. We're currently at 20 for the apoapsis. The UI needs more UI. Oh, I'm well aware. To be fair, I do feel like because I'm not controlling this at all, right? It's the autopilot that's doing it. My job was to design it and manage the whole thing. And I feel like right now, this is like a very different way of playing KSP, and I kind of love it. Max Q. Yeah, we're over max Q. The blue lines are Q, our aerodynamic pressure. The shaking seems bad. Wow, 168 apoapsis, 167 apoapsis. Not bad at all. We got to go 200 kilometers downrange, by the way, and the downrange is at the top of the flight recorder above us. It's very small to see, but it should be okay. We got to make sure we are doing some recording. So film is currently running, and we need to, I think, take pictures for... I actually don't think it matters. It just says maintain sufficient avionics for 50 seconds and then include an early camera. I don't think it says that we need to do anything besides return safely. So we should be okay. I think. So it's going all right so far. We are above 100K now. We still got to go 200 kilometers downrange. And we're looking at 80 kilometers right now. So it should be okay. What does downrange mean? Like, if I was on Earth at the Kennedy Space Center and I had like a measuring tape and I went 200 kilometers on the surface, right? We need and we drew a big circle, right? 200 kilometers. The rocket's got to go farther than that. That's our goal, at least. Do we have TUFX working, by the way? No. Watch this. Look at the clouds chat and then watch what happens when I turn on BlackRock's configs. They just become more defined. And I think it looks a bit better. It's pretty. Again, a little bit too noisy for some of these here. But otherwise, it looks pretty damn good. I just saw like a black flash. I don't know what that was. Not really sure. All right, we're 147 meters, or kilometers, sorry, down save. It was autosave? Okay, hopefully. We are 46 seconds away from apoapsis. We are taking pictures, by the way, but this does not open. I wish it would. All right. I think when we reach apoapsis, I'm going to separate the two vessels. In the Discord, there is there's some settings that we've been talking about in the KSP channel. Okay. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and separate. Okay. It might not look like it, but it is separated. And it will separate more as we go lower. Should. So now what we need to do is wait for this here to basically say that it is safe to deploy, but after we re-enter. It's going to go through risky, and then it will say safe. Then we deploy. It should be around 5,000 feet, I think. Or meters, sorry. Again, there's like no air pressure up here. This is why we would want a little separation motor in the future to separate this from it, but like it's okay it doesn't have it. Usually, quite often in decouplers, you use spring-loaded like pistons just to push it away. I don't know if I actually had that in this decoupler. I don't think I did. But maybe in the future I can add that. You can see it slowly separating here now. Very slowly. You can arm the chute. Later you run out of electricity. Interesting. Okay. How would the chute work if we ran out of electricity? I feel like it shouldn't work. Is explosive bolts the same? No. Very different. Okay, we're re-entering. I guess 140 is when we re-enter the atmosphere. Temperature transmitted. Okay, good. Again, there is other stuff that we're still technically transferring other data here, which is good for science. So we've now gotten all the science possible from temperature, pressure, and telemetry, and we can no longer get any more science from that. So now we can focus primarily, we don't need to put those experiments aboard, and we can focus primarily on adding other experiments and stuff like this camera. This camera is currently not even going to get like one of the 3 science. Because once we go below 40, it will no longer be able to take pictures anymore, sadly. If you run out of electricity or antenna, you cannot get control of the vessel at the moment, so you can arm the chute. So it's better arm as soon as possible. What I'm saying is, how would the parachute work without electronics for an electronically deployed... Oh, I don't know if this is good, the way it's separating. For electronically deployed pilots. Okay, hold on. Okay, thank God that missed us. Goodbye. I feel like it's just going to go fly over there somewhere. And it's just flying, dude. Yeah, it's just taking off. Oh, Jesus. We are coming back so fast right now. Speed-wise, by the way, you can see the speed here, I guess. But yeah, we just basically went... What is Mach speed? I forget what it is in meters a second. I think it's like 800 or something, right? So we went transonic basically right there from multiple multiple Machs. 314. Oh, I'm so far off. Holy shit. All right, it changes a lot by altitude. Yeah. Oh man, look at these clouds, chat. Look at these clouds. It says right now it is safe to deploy the chute, but I think I want to wait a little bit longer. This is as slow as we're going to go, though, for sure. Would you get more science if you deploy earlier and coast? What do you mean coast? Like, we're not going to coast any... Like, once the engine runs out, we're basically a physics problem at that point. We could potentially be able to maximize our time above 40K, but I think that, again, maybe going straight up and down is better, but I don't know if that's... I mean, it's a camera, so we need to go horizontally. Yeah, I don't really know. Your antenna range might run out if you're not able to deploy chutes. That's a good call. I haven't thought about antenna range in a while. All right, I'm going to deploy chute. We are in safe, so let's deploy. And it will expand, I believe. I'm just also going to see the stage. It will expand at some point. We're looking like it's going to expand at 5,000 meters, and it will deploy at 1,000. And it does have drogues and stuff as well. So, should be better. Spooky. Am I crazy, or is it not odd that you're falling horizontally like that? Why do you think it's weird? I lost signal. Limited probe control. Yeah, why is it weird? We got to make sure we pay attention to our antenna on the in our payload packages here. This we made it 393 kilometers downrange, by the way, which is wild. This is going to end up in the ocean. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we're going below the cloud layer now. Whoa. I think this falling like this kind of makes sense. Right? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about, like, if you would drop something this shape from, like, a plane. I don't think it's going to go, like, nose down. I don't think so. Like, this is only because we have this parachute here now, right? Depends on where the mass is. I guess the mass is mainly in the back. If the mass was in the front, maybe it'd fall that way, right? I guess you're right. It depends on the center of mass. Watch out for sped up physics. The stock KSP time warp can break you, I think. That's why they say to, like, be careful doing that, but also, like, to turn down the warp speed that you can go. Okay, I'm going to close this. I'm going to close the ascent profile. This looks good, though. We're dropping at, like, only a couple meters a second, which is perfect, about 4. Yeah. Should be all right. Oh, my God. Our first successful... Actually, this is not the first successful N2 mission, right? I think this is technically the second one. But return home safely is a big deal here. So I'm happy for that. I wish I could get rid of these extra missions we have at some point. It's kind of annoying. You can do time warp at 2x and 4x and be fine. Yeah, sure. That's why the time mod I was talking about is good, because it's stable physics simulation steps. So if you sped up, it will work fine. Interesting. Okay, let's go down here. GPU, you good? Yeah, I think it's good, surely. I don't know why already completed missions reappear. Oh, these aren't completed. These are like future goals, I guess. Like we want to make records here. Like these are like big things to hit essentially. I don't really know why it's done this way. They're records to beat. Yeah. Again, I'm not entirely sure why it's done that way. I have no clue. But they're in the mission list. Once we land here, which we just did, we now have completed the top mission, which is our main goal here. So we can recover this vessel, and we can do normal recovery. Whoa. Can only be used when the vessel was built in VAB. Additionally requires advanced capsules era, material science tech node to be researched, unless the vessel is in pre-launch state. Wonder what that means. Vessel will be scrapped and the total value of recovered parts will be refunded. Is there like a recovered part value, or is it like 100% of the recovered value? I know the recovery mod, you can make a modifier, and you could actually modify it based on the distance away from the launch center as well. So like, for example, fuel, you'll like lose all of that, right? Because it basically is a full loss. But like the actual materials, like the actual cost of like the vessel, before putting fuel in, you can recover like 75% of that value or whatever. But then it's also multiplied by a distance, like a negation. So if you land it halfway across the world, you know, you're going to lose most of the money to recover that. Like your goal is to bring it as close back home as you can, essentially. Yeah, does your GPU make noise while it's under high load? That's called, well, there's two things. You're talking about either fan noise or coil whine, and yes, it makes both. Most things that pull a lot of amperage will make coil whine. RP-1 is not really balanced around reuse. You have RP-1 rocket storage, so theoretically it can put your rocket in there. You can reuse spacecraft, especially useful for X-planes as well. Okay, so we got 7.9 science. Wow. I wish we could actually, like, use that. So, this is crazy. You get 100% of the funds back no matter where it lands. We should really think about this when we start making future rockets, because all that it's going to cost then is time to generate it. Like, I almost think I should maybe even think about putting a parachute on, like, the land. Oh, wait, I got 96.3%. So there is a distance multiplier. Okay. But then I wonder how the fuel works as well, because if I bet the fuel is also got that own modifier in it. I'd have to look at the settings of reusability. Is that a? Can I see what that actually is here? This one here. Okay, that's real shoot. Fuck. I thought there was like a reusability mod setting here. I guess not. Why is? Am I insane? I swear the parallax mod, like right here. I swear this mod thing just had like a cat image. Okay. All right. All right, chat. We gotta wait a day to refurbish this, and let's go look at our mission control real fast. All right, actually, before doing that, let's go to the administration building and actually look at this now. We now have 2 of the 4 objectives finished for suborbital research, and we want to finish this by 57. So the next thing is low space biological experimentation and first advanced biological experiment. The next one over here is reach a suborbital trajectory and return uncrewed. And then downrange 3,000, downrange 5,000. Okay. Easy money. Well, contracts don't give you money. They give you reputation at the very top, the pink stuff, right? And what we are looking for eventually, which we can't grab yet because we need to have the requirements to finish these 2, but eventually we can get more projects. And having more projects, I believe, like this is how you make money, basically. Like this is like a grant per year for how much you get. Rep equals more money eventually. I agree with you. Reputation improves like tour subsidies, right? Kind of. I don't know if that's exactly how it's explained. But like you can apply for more programs and more programs give you more money over time. It's like a passive game, kind of, for that. I don't know, like again, there is this yellow thing. I don't know how that works. It gives you reputation, the yellow stuff, which in turn gives you more subsidy. Okay. So when we do missions, right, and we have optional repeatable missions like this intermediate sounding rocket, this gives us 29 this and 138 of that. This is used for future projects. This is used to multiply the amount of reward you get. Okay, so this is now good to do again. 80. Can we even get above 80? When you get some extra money in your bank, you should upgrade your admin building for more programs. Okay, I agree. But we still need the prerequisites, right? So you see how this is optional? This is like the rewards going up. So every 90 days, we should be running a sounding rocket program, basically. I think we can hit this. We can do this one as well if we want to. Not sure if we need to, though. Okay, so what is this? As early as 1947, the U.S. was launching fruit flies into space on suborbital trajectories and recovering them. But it wasn't until 1951 that a monkey named York and 11 mice were successfully recovered from an aerobee flight. Soviets preferred dogs and returned many from suborbital flights. The first 2 dogs, Dizik and Saigun, in 1951 on top of an R-1, although it was not a requirement to launch a biological capsule for this mission, it is perfectly an opportunity to do so. Send a rocket out of the atmosphere 140 kilometers and return at least some of the craft back to Earth intact to study. Okay. We cannot do that yet. I'm still thinking that we're going to probably want to worry about downrange. But that's 3,000 kilometers. We can't do that yet. What I'm thinking of is we need to basically start making these rockets while doing other stuff. And I think we could do this optional. I mean, it's a lot of reputation and stuff, right? This optional LV development. Launch a rocket with 500 units of sounding rocket payload. Yeah, you should do the sounding rockets. They're simpler. I agree. I'm not sure if this is worth the money as well. Right? I think we did this one yesterday. I'm pretty sure we did. And now the low space film return has become an optional one that we can do as well every now and again. Also, quick question. If I grab this sounding rocket to go 80 kilometers with 75 units, we've already done this, right? If I hit accept, it doesn't let us accept anything else. It turns off the other missions. That's important to remember. So I want to go over here, put small rocket on top of big rocket and shoot for downrange. Yeah, we're going to do that once I start making this other rocket, though. So open the KM90. Yes, okay. So this, if I remember correctly, should be able to go really far away, I think. And we want to go to Big Boom. This thing costs $90 to make? That's like free. What? Am I thinking of this mission correctly? I need 75 units of sounding payload. 75.3. Yeah, okay. I mean, like, that's good, right? It's cheap. It is a very tiny rocket, but yeah. Okay, this is going to go to Big Boom, Bang Boom, Bam Boom, Pad Alpha 1A2. That should be good. We are going to hide in management. Doesn't even matter. I can combine staff or whatever later. Okay, so launch, and this should cost 90. Tool them in the RP-1 menu to reduce vessel cost integration time. I'm going to cancel integration. I'm going to double check what they mean by that. Tooling. This procedural tank here. And this procedural tank here. So I made this tank longer, and I made that tank longer as well. If we do not tool these, it'll cost, like, a little bit. I don't think it's worth tooling, honestly. Yeah, it'll cost us $400 to save a few bucks, basically. Tooling is almost always worth it. It depends on how often we're going to send this. Like, are we using steel fuselage tanks for that long? I mean, technically, if we use, like, aluminum instead of steel, the tooling is still kind of similar, right? So it's still technically okay. You can fly this mission several times. It does feel like we're going to do this mission several times. It makes the rocket build faster as well. We're not really in a rush. You just found out it's repeatable? Kind of. Every, like, 90 days or something. Fuck it. Tool all. Just to save us a bit. Why not? Chat, we're going to spend $388. Oh. We can use credits. I feel like I don't have any credits anymore. I thought it said I had a ton of credits, and now I'm not seeing any. I'm confused. I'm a little confused. You get a slush fund from earned science that you can use for tooling. It's complicated. Yeah, but, like, where is that? How do I see that? I don't know. Okay, for staffing, we have 80 engineers over here. I am going to take from this, I'm going to take some off of here. And I'm going to put them on This one. I can have a max of 10. Never mind. Go back over here. Okay. So let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Launch. Perfect. So now we have one of these being made over there. And they're going to recondition the launch pad and then make the Big Thunder Lightning Splash KM90. You can queue a couple of these up. You have them in storage. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. God, that's actually not a bad idea. The concept right now, though, is that I can accept this contract all the time if I want to, but we should only accept it once every, like, 90 days and then launch the mission to get, like, a maximum reward out of it. But it does seem like it's okay if we don't do that. Now, we have to make a choice. We can also do this for the other mission as well, but we can only have one mission at a time, right? The repeatable missions have increasing requirements, so watch out for that. Uh-oh. What do you mean? 80 kilometers, 75? Didn't we do that before? For sounding rocket missions, the altitude increases. We did make it to 80 before, didn't we? Am I crazy? We definitely did, right? Yeah, the mission needs to be active in launching the rocket. Yes, we have to plan that out. You made it to 90, if I remember correctly? All right. Well, I think let's warp a little bit. And I think we'll just warp for the 21 days here and just see what happens. Right? Oh my god, the sun is rising on a beautiful day. Oh my god, there's like no clouds. This, I'm telling you, man. The cloud mod was worth all the effort. All of it. It looks so good. Way better. I think it was a different one. Okay, well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Okay, here we go. All right, chat. Again, this is the solid rocket booster one that we've been modifying a little bit. I need you to believe. All right? I do want to let this thing take over, and I want it to auto-stage. 0 and 0. Delays. Stop auto-staging at stage 0 is perfect. I think that's correct, right, chat? Ascent path is 40 and... I think that's okay? Do we want this to be 70, chat? I don't know if we do. Do we? Ascent path doesn't matter. Uncontrolled rocket. Oh, right. It literally cannot control it. Okay. All it can control is staging. That's it. Sounding rocket just launched. All right, chat. This is another launch and hopefully a successful mission here. Again, there's a chance that things fail, but we don't really know. Right now, it looks like it's... oh, we have a 100% ignition chance. But I do not believe that's a 100% chance of succeeding. This engine, we have made more fuel... we made the tank have more fuel than the 47 seconds, right? So we're running it for like 55 or something seconds. So, like, again, it's supposed to be reliable inside that 47 second window, but anything beyond that, plus 5 seconds, anything beyond that point is kind of an unknown. So, we'll see. All right, again, numbers to look at. We're looking at the apoapsis. We want this to say 80 kilometers, and that's all we need. This has 75 units. Let's watch the fuel. All right, chat, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. We had a engine... Auto-staging should have worked. Do you guys see the problem? I see the problem. We forgot to change a setting in the... We had a copy and paste over our profile, and I guess it didn't take our profile settings. And the throttle's at 0%. Oh, fuck, man. Are we allowed to revert? What is this, we stuff? We are a collective here, all right? Are we allowed to... I think we're allowed to revert here. No? Yes, we are. That is a fair revert. That is like a config issue, not like a I derped issue. Yeah. All right, we're reverting. Revert to... By the way, just so you know, when you revert to launch, the way the game works is it will... there's a bunch of RNG that goes in, if like things are going to work and how long they're going to work for and what's going to happen. That is decided when the vehicle is put on the pad the first time. Reverting to launch doesn't change your luck or whatever. So if your rocket explodes from some anomaly, it will do that every single time. The only way to get around that is to revert to VAB, right? And then to reload it out. I think what I'm going to try to do for this playthrough is limit myself to reloading to the VAB, or to not do that, right? I want to... Does it make sense? Like, it's okay maybe to refly stuff, but I kind of want to try to keep this as hardcore as possible, right? Because that's like the whole point. So we'll remember the throttle this time, and we should be perfectly good to go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. Okay, there's an issue. We had a ullage issue. Now, is that because these didn't separate even though they should have? God damn it. Did I fuck something up over here? I didn't enable autopilot. God damn it, man. This is... Oh, I got it. If you blow up your launch pad, you basically have to restart your career, by the way. All right. Now, is that a revert? I'm going to go with no. Because that was an idiot error. Yeah. The one is like I made an assumption. The second one is we literally forgot a step. There is a mod called Launch Checklists I might actually put in. And it's like we'll go down like a checklist to make sure all these things are done like they would in real life. Because it's again, it's not that much money. It's like $70 for that rocket. It was only 22 days of building it. And we have a long time anyways to wait for these the sciences to be done. So it should be okay. All right, let's do, let's go back over here and roll this out again. Yeah. Good thing you got it tooled. Good thing we got it tooled, bro. All right, so here we go. We're good. I want to just make sure we're going to Big Bang Boom. And we will buy it again. Okay. Why is it yellow? I don't know. So again, we now have another one being built in 21 days. Let's go back out of here. Should you start building another one? I think I'll make a few for storage. Yeah. All right. How do you set throttle to 100 by default? I think it's in the main menu that you have to do that. So I'm going to close this, and I guess we'll just go to the main menu and do that. I think it's like in the actual settings for the game or whatever. 70 for a rocket. I think it's like a multiplier. And again, I kind of wish they used real money as well, but I think it's not 70. I think it's like 7,000, right? But we're back in like 1951, so it's also like that's a fuck ton of money for a simple rocket. Probably more than that, but whatever. Resume saved. Does anyone know if it's possible to edit the settings for this? Again, I think it's a... I think it's like literally in the game file. Like in the difficulty or whatever you call it. Because I don't see a setting here at all. Never mind. We're good. And advanced tweakables on. Okay. Auto hide, map ball, and map view. Yeah, we probably don't need that really, do we? Just looking at stuff here. Show Space Center crew. Show vessels label. Okay. Contract deadlines, that's all good too. Okay. $86 in 1955 is way more money. Yeah, but not like enough to make a sounding rocket for sure. Kerbal Frustrating splits settings into two parts. The part you choose before starting the file and the part you change during the file. Okay. Again, I think we're okay. Resume saved. And load. All right. Should be all right. We are building all this. Let's warp again. And then I think I'm going to warp one more time till this is done. The size of the LC significantly changes the amount of engineers that you can have, correct? Like, if I want to have like 30 engineers on this, how do I do that? Would I have to like improve the LC and like make it larger or something? I don't really know. Sorry, the second month of 1953 for me. I've only finished 3 main quests. That sounds about right for what I've done as well. I've done that. That's the exact thing I'm at. Again, I would not worry about trying to speedrun stuff, but I also would like not take my own advice because I've not gotten past the beginning of this game. But I don't think they make the game like instantly failable if you just don't do it correctly. Like everything perfectly correctly. Early on, I think you really are going to have to just get a lot of stuff done, right? Okay, so we are here. It's 1952, right? Like, I think it takes a while to develop your first rockets. Okay. Oh my god, these clouds are gorgeous. Look at these. Holy. All right, chat. We are ready to launch our next sounding rocket here. All right. Engage autopilot. Auto stage, stopping at stage 0 is perfect. 0 delay, 0 delay. Throttle is all the way up by default. There's no SAS because that's all handled by autopilot. We can track our fuel here if we want to watch that to see how well that's going. Is there anything else that we need to do? I think we're good. The game balance is to let you catch up. Yeah, I've seen that with research. I don't know what that is with other stuff, though. Go for sneeze. Thank you. All right. All right, chat. Here we go. Ready. 3, 2, 1. I think we had a fail to ignite. What is going on? Why is throttle... Why was the throttle 0? Oh. I think I'm not wrong. I think even though I set it in the settings to be at 100%, I still think that is overall, and that you can change it per save file, and our save file for some reason is now defaulted to 0. Can someone... I'm almost positive that's the case. It's a MechJeb setting. I don't think it is. I'm double checking the stuff over here. Like keep limited throttle over 5%. Limit throttle. These aren't even activated. It is. You did it at the beginning. It's a global MechJeb setting, not the Ascent one. Hold on. I apparently have the game going. Global MechJeb setting. Okay, I see this. I do see the throttle here. Check module. Disabling does not kill... Oh. I'm going to allow that revert as well. Because we did have this here, but like again, it's because we moved over our file. Okay. We're all good, chat. We're all good. Okay? All right, here we go again. I think everything's fine. Ignore the Z-level fighting. It's totally all good. Engage. All right, 3, 2... Full thrust this time. Everything's fine. 1. Good sign. What is happening? I didn't engage the autopilot. I'm gonna lose it, bro. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose it. I feel like I need a default engage autopilot button. I need like I need a sticky note on my monitor that says engage autopilot. Why is it not engaged by default, man? God damn it. I just want to fly this thing. All right, back to the fucking... back to the drawing board here. Let's go make a new one. Okay, good. We're good to go again. Don't worry, 50th time... 5th time's a charm. This would be probably actually the 5th time we launch this rocket, not gonna lie. All right, 15 days, chat. 15 days. Hey, we're making money, though, at least, right? Which we do need. It's not about simming it. It's not... It's... The sim's not the issue. It's the fucking brain up here that's the issue. Chat? Are those clouds okay? Are we... Is the range green? Sure, it's fine. We're recreating the scene from October Skies where they're just trying to figure stuff out. I hit the engage autopilot button, chat, alright? We're good. We are good to go. Chat, is there anything that I forgot? This is on you. Alright, if anything blows up or fucks up, this is on you this time. Check throttle. I cannot touch the throttle. I have no control over anything on this rocket. Autopilot does everything. The throttle is good, though. It is at 100%. Autopilot is engaged. The auto stage is engaged. It will go all the way to the top as well. Systems check chat. Yeah, true. Snacks. There is no Kerbals aboard. I wish... You know what? I got some cheese in the fridge. Separation stage? What does that mean? I got pizza in the fridge. Joystick check. Check. I'm not competent enough for this job. Don't worry, it's unpaid. All right, we're good. All right, here we go, chat. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes! Oh, yes, chat. Yes! 3rd time is the charm. Okay, Apple Apps just check. Top right, or sorry, top left, we're looking for 90K or 80K or something like that. I think 80K. All right. Oh, the clouds are, they're gorgeous, bro. And before the engine goes out, that's on you, man. Your engine's check. Okay, we're good. We're good. What's our current speed right now? I need a vessel info. It just says like max acceleration, max thrust, crew. Okay. You can't ban Omega. He was amazing today. He got us basically figuring out the cloud stuff, which is nice. Would it be worth putting a chute on this to recover it for discounted parts? I don't think so, because I bet the chute costs more money. This thing is like $70 to make it. We literally make that back. We had an engine failure. Sorry, Paul. You gotta go, man. I don't know what you did, but you fucking jinxed it, man. All right, that's at least a 5-minute later, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. We've never had a failure. Oh man, chat 07 for our boy. We'll see you from the gulag soon. Well. What happened? We definitely had an engine failure, and it failed. But like, why? Isn't there a mod to tell us what happened? Can't remember which mod it is. It's this one. It just had an engine shutdown, but I don't know why. Oh yeah, I need to unlock this. Yeah, this mod right here. It just says engine shutdown. That's it. Whoa. That's a bit of a long ban. It's a bit of a... Relax a bit. That's a fucking like 2-week ban. Holy. 1952, there's bound to be failures. I know. This is our first one as well. Oh my god, chat. Can we just take it in for a second? Good lord. Ah, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty. We're going back. It's just a % chance to randomly fail. Yeah. So there's like different failures. I think engine shutdowning. Well, don't forget all the way we are trying to push this engine farther than it should probably go. And this DU is the amount of units of like research we've basically received from burning this for so long. I forget the time it actually burned for. 63 seconds. This is only supposed to run for 47 seconds. That's what it's like guaranteed to run for, what it's tested for. And then you also get an additional 5 seconds ahead of that. So we were supposed to get about 52 seconds of burn time. So it actually burned an extra 11 seconds, which is pretty good because that's like an extra 20%. The thing is, we need it to burn for the entire time. Otherwise, we will not make it to the altitude that we need it to go to. All right. All right, chat. Who's hitting the blow up button? We got to make this thing again. Who's blowing it up? Someone's got to do it. Hold on. Where is this again? Not that, is it? Is it this? No. I don't know how do you close this? Yeah. $70 gone. No, I agree. Oh my god. Maybe we'll blow it up in the clouds. Look at the clouds. They're so pretty. They're so... I paid $6 for these clouds. And also, like, a lot of, like, cortisol. How fast is this going? Just basically Mach. Alright, good. I wonder if we can autopilot the... Is it possible to make an autopilot to explode the rocket? Like, if it's going faster than a certain speed below a certain altitude, it just blows it up? Alright. We gotta build another one. We still... Again, we're kind of just waiting on science right now. Wait a second! Hold up! We have technology. Don't we? Didn't we unlock a new solar rocket booster? I thought we did. I am missing a mod. I'm just realizing. There is an additional mod called VAB Organizer for RP-1. This one. Boom. We need this one. We need this one as well. Okay, we'll remember to install those afterwards. Okay. I have done the research to unlock the next Aerojet booster, right? Let me go back and look at the research list here, I think. 1,300 hours logged here and only one successful rendezvous? What is that for? For your RP-1 playthrough? Okay, so we did the research here, and part of the research was for this, right? And solid rocket engines. So this is the Aerojet 2.5 KS. I feel like... Oh, also the checklist mod. I think we might have that. RP-1 checklist. Yeah, I'll install that too. Why not? Just start adding the mods to the list, bro, like usual. What is going on with us? 2.5K, and it's 5.3 thousand to buy. Oh my god. I think that's part of the funds, though, that we can spend on that. Like, we have, like, a budget for that, don't we? I think. It's this. Yeah. How much money do we have in that slush fund? I don't know. It's 5,000 for the first prototype? Yeah, basically, to unlock that. And then it becomes way cheaper as it goes on. Yeah, unlocked cost is 30. This right here is the Tiny Tim booster. This is 36. So this is actually unironically less. This can do 146 kilonewtons of thrust, 133. This does 79. Ooh. Burn time is 5. Oh, this is actually not that good. Yeah. It's not that good. This only is burning for 3 seconds, and it's less thrust. You can see it in the flight center scene when you hover over your science amount at the top. Gotcha. Okay. Add 4 on the side of the existing one. It is... I mean, we can simulate it to see if it's better. It weighs way more. What do you mean it's lighter? This weighs 0.0663 tons. This is 0.2 tons. I actually don't really understand why you'd want to buy this. It's less thrust. It's less efficiency. It burns for less time. Like, well, I don't really get it. Maybe it's a separation motor? No, it's definitely on the bottom. It's supposed to be on the bottom here. I don't really get that. The Tiny Tim's good. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's like way heavier too. Like it's like fucking 4 times heavier. And it provides half the thrust. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used that in my playthrough. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, either way, let's go ahead and buy another one of these. And I believe, yeah, let's buy one more of these. Throw it on the pad. Again. Let's go back. One is liquid rocket. We have one. We basically built the equivalent of an N2. We are waiting for some more materials and stuff before we do that again. The next mission is going to combine kind of these two things we're making together. I'm just trying to get this fucking mission done. All right. So I have an unlock credit of 51K. So that is our slush fund that we could use to unlock parts, basically, before we have to start taking it out of our own income. Okay. Subsidy is capped at 65,000 at 326 rep. Interesting. Okay. So we want reputation and like for our subsidy. That's like a really important thing, especially if you look at the if I click on this here. Sorry, where is that? This? You start seeing the budget right now for how much we're making per month. So that's good. All right. I believe, chat. Let's skip forward 4 days. I do need to recover this stuff as well. Okay. There's also an avionic upgrade. I think I need to make this just finish, and then if we'll check after this. I think that's a good idea. What do you do at 19 science? It does not matter, because until we finish the early tracking systems, there's literally nothing we can do with that science. The only thing we could do right now is maybe hire more researchers, if we really want to. They're expensive, but we could. At 270 credits per... I don't know if that's taking the unlock credits or whatever. We could do that. And I guess we could just check the budget. Just make sure we don't go over budget here, right? So our budget right now is still pretty good. I'm going to hire 1, 2, 3. And now we have 67 researchers. And we're getting double the amount of science per year now, which is good. And we're kind of getting close to... We're in July of 1952. So it should be all right. As long as we keep up the reputation, we should be all right. All right, 35 days. Let's go. Did I mess something up? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, rollout. And now we only have 20 days till that's done. That's actually really good. All right, let me go to sunrise, and then we can get ready to launch this thing. Chat, is there a way to fix the time warp thing? Because I don't think I've actually fixed that in this save file. It's probably messed up just like it was last time. $18 rep a year loss. That's not good, actually. Okay, launch. Better spend that money now before the next administration cuts your budget. Legitimately, you're not even lying about what you need to do. I think you do need to spend stuff before you finish a program. All right. Checklist. Engage autopilot. Secondly, track fuel. I don't think we have to do anything else. I think we're good. Throttle is at 100. Yeah, it's the time warp thing. Right now, you're able to time warp, I think, up to like 6 million times or something. And I think I want to reduce that to like 100,000. to prevent myself from skipping like 2 years by accident. I don't know if it's there was some setting I remember in like the very first tutorial chapter that was basically telling us to like swap it down, but I forget what mod that was part of or what we were doing. It might be a simple mod, or it might be the file that we need, whatever it's called, like the difficulty file, the custom settings, or whatever. Just edit the config of the high-speed mod setting. I don't know which mod it was. I can check the tutorial, I guess. All right, chat, here we go. Another launch. Again, we're hoping for 80K. We want to hit 80K if we can, and we don't want to have a failure, so let's see what happens. It's part of the RO settings. Okay, good to know. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I think that's good. All right, we need a 50-second burn here in this engine. We're hoping for a fifth. Again, 47 is the normal amount that it's rated for. We are hopefully going to push it past 60. Come on. I don't know what that explosion was, but I'm sure it's fine. I know it was the SRB, but I don't know where it landed. Hopefully not on our landing pad. Come on. 46. Here we go. All right. Everything past this is unknown, and we have a lot of fuel left. The mean time between failures is going up so fucking high. Come on, come on. We're at 79, 80. Okay, we're good. We're good. Good, good. It lasted. Woo! Man, that was, again, like, it's very risky to send a rocket up that much, but it is what it is, right? We're good. Legendary engine. I know, man. It's gonna be exploded in a little bit, but it will, in our hearts, it did well. By the way, the little bit of fuel left, that is residuals left in the tank. Isn't MTBF rising a good thing? Mean time between failures rising. I think, like, again, I don't really know what MTBF is really describing. I feel like I need to learn. I think we have flight data that we're learning, right, from the avionics. And I believe the more you launch a rocket, the better it is in the future, right? It literally is self-descriptive. But, like, what do you mean mean time between failures? Like the rocket is listed for 47 seconds. 47 seconds, yeah. So you're telling me that now, like, every 2.5 launches on average, we're supposed to have a failure? Or something? Like, what does that mean? It's the amount of time taken to repair between failures. The higher the number, the longer amount of time between failures. What? I don't think so. I think with MTBF, if it hits 0, it's a guaranteed failure. Do you understand? I don't understand it. I think we can collectively agree that it doesn't make... It's a little confusing. Right? I don't know. The time is currently 2.01 minutes, so if it was still running, you would expect a mean of 2.01 minutes between failures. What does that mean between failures? Is that before failure? Right? Like, what does that mean? It's coming back? What was it going to do? Go to the moon? It's really not? I don't know why, but it's confusing me to describe this. Average time of 2 minutes before a failure happens. Okay. That I want to say makes sense to me. Every 47 seconds on average, it should fail. I think the engine can run at about 100% efficient, 100% chance of success under 47 seconds. I think that's what these, like, they're guaranteed, which I don't know what guaranteed means. I don't think it's ever 100% guaranteed. But like it's like 95% chance of, or maybe even higher than that, right? Go to the pad to see what MTBF display then, and then launch and watch that. Did we successfully complete the mission? We did. Yeah. Optimal perf for the 47 seconds. Maybe. Maybe it performs perfectly. Maximum amount of thrust and stuff. Yeah. Bonus points for recovery? Not really bonus points. Because this telemetry is easily, like, you know, sendable via... Oh, I gotta blow this up. Hold on. Yeah, you can, like, easily just transmit that, like, temperature back or whatever. You don't need to, like, recover the thermometer. It started at, like, 600 seconds. Okay, so 10 minutes and then it came down? It's a statistical model to... it's a statistical way to model random failures. It doesn't pertain to individual engines. Okay, this is why it's confusing. I've never heard of this statistical model before. Let's look it up. This is going to be happening a lot. Mean time to failure. Hold on. 1 minute and 52 minutes. I feel like this playthrough of KSP will teach me more about rocketry than I literally have ever learned before.
What is MTBF? MTBF stands for mean time between failures, and it's a metric used in the field of reliability engineering. It's a measure of the expected time between two consecutive failures of a system or component. In simpler terms, MTBF is a prediction of how long a product or system will last before it fails. The concept of MTBF has been used in various industries, including but not limited to electronics, manufacturing, and aerospace. The MTBF metric helps manufacturers, engineers, and other professionals determine the reliability of a product or system and make improvements to increase
What's
its
it? I need
lifespan.
more information.
To calculate MTBF,
Okay.
one must consider the total operating time of a product or system and the number of failures that have occurred during that time. The formula for MTBF is MTBF equals total operating time / number of failures. It's important to note that MTBF is not a guarantee of a product's longevity or a warranty for a certain amount of time. Instead, it's a statistical estimate based on historical data and is subject to change based on various factors such as usage, environment, and maintenance. In conclusion, MTBF is a valuable tool for reliability engineers, manufacturers, and other professionals to predict the expected lifespan of a product or system. While it is not a guarantee, it helps in making informed decisions.
Didn't someone say we started at 300 or at 600 seconds and then it ended at 2 minutes? That's what I'm not getting. How did the time go down? MTBF means on average there will be a failure every 2 minutes of total runtime. Yes, that I agree with. So it was a very, very reliable rocket at the very beginning with about 10 minutes on average between failures. And then as we went above the rated amount, it started becoming a lot less reliable. Right? Like it went from 10 minutes to 2 minutes after the 40, kind of, like in a gradual sense or whatever, after the 47-second spot. Because we're pushing it. Yeah. Okay. But still, like, I guess we have to think about, like, what is our accepted chance of failure? Right? Like, if it goes from, like, 10 minutes or whatever, right, per failure, and we're running it for 47 seconds, that's got, what, like a 93% chance of success to make it the full burn duration. But then the second we go over 47, it starts falling off a cliff very quickly, and we need to burn for an extra, I think we burn for an extra 30 seconds, give or take, right? So if we burn an extra 30 seconds and it goes from 10 minutes on average down to 2 minutes, that means we go from a 93% chance of success to only a 75% chance of success at that point. So it's a little confusing, but yeah, I think that's kind of how that works. I'm just thinking about, like, as a percentage or whatever. I'm going to be real. It's a bit confusing, but I think the mean time actually is a lot more useful because we're pushing engines beyond their design level. And that's something you'd never think about in KSP before, and something I never really thought about before, honestly, myself. That's definitely weird, but cool. Yeah, it's literally just the given the current state of the equipment, how often would you expect between failures? Yeah. But it's complicated as well because like rockets are an evolving thing, right? So it's weird that we have a changing MTFB or MTBF. Like it definitely is weird. Like I don't think it's very common to have a system where you can observe the change in MTBF like at live or whatever, right? Hence the mean time. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Chat, I'm gonna stand up. We gotta play some ads. I'm really bad at ads, but we're gonna play some ads real quick, and then I'll be right back. And then I think what we're gonna do is we are going to we'll refurbish this pad. We could make another one. I wouldn't mind. Well, I mean, we got okay. So to give you guys some information, we can successfully completed this sounding thing here, right? Intermediate. So now the current reward has reset, I guess. I feel like it reset really quickly. Did it take like 90 off this day? Yeah, it was like 385 out of 90, and now it's back to like 90 out of 90. Yeah. Maybe it's 2.03 hours? Well, I don't know if that's true. 230 to 98%. What does that mean? Okay. I don't really understand why this is 88 of 90 again. We just completed this. Last time we did that, I swear this went down to like 0 of 90. That way you couldn't like spam missions. You needed to like kind of space them over time. Like I should be running this once every 90 days essentially. Elapsed expected. You did 3 rockets that have 1? Yeah, but we never finished the mission. You warped 3 times? So when I accepted this mission, I then warped like 88 days in the future is what you're saying. Maybe. That means in 2 days you'll be at 100% of expected value. Okay. I don't understand. I don't understand that either. You would think when we actually finish the mission, that would start over. And we did not, like, finish the mission 88 days ago. We finished it right now. Maybe it's, like, a new mission because of some contract thing. I don't really know. It's a little confusing. I'll be right back, chat. I'm going to play an ad. I'll be right back. God, it's already 3:30 today, and I haven't even done what I wanted to do today, like, at all, which is completely design a new rocket. For the first time by myself with no hand-holding tutorials, which I still want to do. But all right, I'll be right back. All right, dude. Okay. Again, I don't really understand this. Did anyone figured out why I was gone? Anyone? No one? Yes? Maybe? You in the back? Mm-hmm. Bert, stop smoking cigarettes. Slash, what I assume is a cigarette. I solved it. Okay. Benji, to present, please. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We figured it out. Yeah, I thought you would be checking your phone in the bathroom for it. No, instead, I actually found this on Wowhead. Hold on. This is the new transmogs that are available in the trading house or whatever. Whatever it's called. The trading area. The trading post. That's right. Check this out, boys. Money Walk, what's up, my dude? You can put on the cute puppy hat. Oh, my God. I guess you can make it into like a red panda. Yeah, this will be in May. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They did say that, like, from up here, you can almost see that there is a version that's a red panda as well. That's a recolor of an existing one. Is it? How do I get my entire, like, raid group to wear this? How do I do that? I don't even know if I'll be able to. Surely it would be. Anyways. I have the brown one. Oh, that must have been what they showed earlier up here then. Up here. Don't roll on loot. Oh my god. The videos are so damn sick. Wait, do they have the landing? You can watch this real quick. Hell yeah. Okay, hold on. Hold on, chat. Lock in. Lock in. We have the dual landing. I was waiting for this to come back earlier today. I fucking hate how if you don't log into Twitter, you can't view things normally on Twitter. Isn't there something I can type in, like cancel X or something like that? Log in? Fuck no. Like, there's something you can preface this stuff with. It's X cancel. Okay, hold on. X, let me see here. I think so. I use GoCock X. Yeah, me too, but I feel like that's not a good idea in chat. But that's what, when I link my friend's stuff to, whatever it's called, to, like, embed in the Discord. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, should be good. So can I watch these now? Like, just embedded? Here we go. Good. There was no warning. Oh my god, this camera is right next to this thing. Holy shit. Wow, these are great videos. Holy moly. Wow. This is easily the best footage we've seen from these so far. Holy shit. Alright, next. These are some pictures. A little bit zoomed out. Hold on. Beautiful. And then here's the last one as well. God, that looks so cool. Yeah, what are those little fins at the top? They are grid fins. They help guide it when it's basically falling kind of sideways-ish back down towards the landing zone. It can almost steer the rocket and fly it. Look at this one as well. Okay, hold on. Is this a, I hope you understand that this is not a picture from today's launch, and this might actually just be an AI bot account. Whenever I see, like, intelligence or whatever, I always think it's just AI or whatever. Yeah, this is definitely not from today's mission. Today's mission, they landed a mile apart from each other. The bot, you know it's a bot with the emojis? Yeah. Dude, do you guys, like... Do you like, ever, like, just, like, read something and you instantly know it's, like, some AI shit? Like, always? Like there's like a cadence and a way that it talks now. I say it or whatever, and I like instantly just scroll past that shit so fast now. I fucking hate it. It's always that what they always want you to like read more or like to continue, like to get invested in the thread or something or like it's just oh my god, it's so awful. But it's sometimes it's really subtle, but like you'll just like recognize the patterns and stuff from it. Yeah, it's really weird. Where is KSP? Okay, all right. Let's go back out over here and see what we got to do. So 4 days, Big Boom, Bang, Boom, Bam, Boom, Pad Alpha A12 is going to be refurbished. We could run that same mission again. I don't think we should, but we have 20 days until post-war materials is going to be done. Once we finish this, we'll be able to make aluminum service modules, which is cool. I feel like it's not bad. I also noticed that they no longer hide, what are they doing? They no longer hide ads. From blocked account. From what? Oh, interesting. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, okay. So I would like to be, I mean, this is a material upgrade, right? Because we can, I think it is at least. Yeah. Aluminum fuselage is definitely what we should do. I think we should make one more of these. Right? I think so. Maybe, again, we could do one more sounding rocket and maybe end up with a bit more reputation. We're losing 0.1 rep a day for 23 a year. We got to keep that up because it actually helps us quite a bit with subsidies. So maybe we just do one more of these missions while we're doing other stuff. Right? And I think we'll actually wait to accept that mission this time. So let's wait to see. Let's do this. This is actually going to be good to figure out. Hopefully it works. And now if we look at this here, you can see the flight data. So M is minutes, correct? Okay. So it's 10.17 minutes between failure, which is good. That's like very good. Have you figured out the engineers working on separate projects? Yeah, I've done that too. You can see the management here. But right now, they're only really doing one thing, so it shouldn't really matter. All right, $71. We have a lot of money. Launch. Okay. Let's go back. I know, that song's a banger here. Okay, so now we're going to fast forward 4 days. Good. Pad is refurbished. We don't need to ruin anything else over there. 13 days until this is done, and then we should be okay. 16 days into post-war science. And I do want to build up more money here for the next time we're basically going to make a rocket. Okay. So, before we launch, because I don't want to forget, we absolutely do need to... Oh, nice. These clouds are going to look good. Okay, perfect. Let's fast forward a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so we got to go to mission control. RP-1, suborbital rockets, sounding rocket intermediate, and 107 over 90 is only 14 reputation with 67 confidence. That doesn't feel like a lot. For some reason, I just felt like it was a bit more than that. But that means that time did pass after 88 days, which is interesting. So I'm going to accept this. Let's just try to pay attention at 107. We'll accept this, and then let's go to space. All right? Because it's only sounding. Maybe that's a thing for sounding rockets. Like you want to repetitively do them. I don't know. Chat, I'm not going to forget. Engage. All right. So this is currently 600 seconds. And that's good. So that's, I mean, we could just see that there. That's basically 10 minutes, right? 75 to 80 high. We've been that high. We've gone up to 90. And also, again, this has not changed. 75 pounds is what we have in here. You can see that right there. Liters, sorry. And 80 kilometers. It seems like it's actually not changing or upgrading like you guys said it possibly could, but I don't know. All right, that's good. Let's do it again. 3, 2, 1, and go. Should be good. So again, it's staying at 610 until I think we hit our 47 seconds. Let's double check that. Beautiful. Over ocean, dude. Is it missile? No, it's a sounding rocket. The DU will also stop going up then as well. Interesting. It's interesting that the ignition chance is going up. What does that mean? Oh, I think it's based on the penalty for the atmospheric pressure. Okay, good to know. That's going to be important in situations where we're going to want to reignite the engine, but this one can't be reignited. All right, so the DU is currently over, and now the MTBF is coming down because we're running the engine longer than it's been certified for, which is important. And we're over 80 kilometers now, which is good. Perfect. And it made it all the way to the end of 74 seconds, which is perfect. Again, the best case scenario, you should use an engine that is designed to burn for the length of the mission you need. We needed to go a little bit higher than what it was allowed to do, so we just kind of like, we were like, it's probably okay. And it has probably been okay. Except for that one time where it really wasn't okay. And then it failed, and we had to explode it in space. It had a burnout, like, at 57 seconds instead of, like, the 74 seconds. But technically, that still went over the amount it was rated for. Okay, so this is good. We have officially made it to... Oh, we got to go above 80K here. And we should be good. Did you check to see if you have an Aerobee upgrade? I do. I have an Aerobee SRB upgrade, but the SRB seemed worse in every way than the current Tiny Tim SRB we were using, so I decided not to use it. The other thing we could possibly use is maybe a new solid rocket engine. I haven't checked that out yet. But these things are so cheap to make, it's not really a problem currently. So we'll just see what happens, I guess. Sounding rockets are suborbital testing rockets. Yeah, and they're very, very, very simple. Right? They're just supposed to go really fast, and you're supposed to go basically straight up. For the most part. Look at the clouds below us, man. These are like stratus clouds or something. All right, I'm going to speed up time a little bit. All right, the mission is complete. Interesting, you can only speed up time. Oh, I guess because it's 140 to get out of the atmosphere. Right. I was asking about the liquid engine, the Aerobee. Yeah, and I think we do have a liquid engine upgrade. So we could actually look at that. But it's going to require me to design basically a different rocket. I don't exactly want to do that right now. At least for a sounding rocket, I kind of want to see if we can make a far downrange rocket. I think this thing's going. Okay, get ready. Chat, we're ready on the blow up button. Looks like a dart. It is a dart. Okay. Good. All right, let's go churn it. Oh, I guess it will automatically complete that mission, which is nice. So we have a bit more reputation now, which is good. Perfect. By the way, this is a bit misleading. This says we will be losing 0.1 rep per day, 24 per year. But it said that earlier as well, 0.1 rep per day, and it said 18 per year. So my assumption is that's actually 0.1% per day or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense that the number per year went up when our reputation went up. So unless it's a percentage. So I don't know. A bit confusing. But that's good. So right now we're making a subsidy of 33,000, I think, per year. I might be right. No, sorry, 49,000. It's right underneath what I was looking at. And we have a confidence of 801, which is great. So that's good. And we have 19 science, which we are going to actually need sometime soon. We probably just need to hire more scientists, but they're just expensive, man. They're really why are scientists so expensive? Rep decay just increases over time? Okay. Weird then. All right, what do you guys think? Do we want to do more SRBs? The Nike M5 E1's pretty good. Good thrust. Good ISP and stuff as well, is it? Maybe. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Or we could try to go for more, I guess, better engines here. These are all engines as well, and engine upgrades. Yeah, we got this over here. We got these over here as well, different versions. A4 upgrade for the Model 39. That's actually probably pretty good. And we have this. Maybe check the program and see what tech is needed. So the next goal we have is... Oh, fine. Let me cover that. Okay, the next goal we have is going to be to go downrange 3,000 kilometers. I think that is my goal. Nike? Nike is a god, I believe. I forget... Or a goddess. I forget of what, though. I think we're going to go for downrange milestone. The goddess of victory. Okay. She shares a temple with Athena. Interesting. Okay. So we need to go 3,000 kilometers downrange in an uncrewed craft. Prestige is trivial. Wow. And then we got to go over 140 kilometers up at some point. And that's probably going to be halfway through. Okay, we have an option, chat. Do we want to do like an arc? Or do we want to do a... Like, I'm thinking maybe we want to go like up and then like sideways. Right? Where this would be the 140K. Arc is better. Is it? Thinking I have a choice? You're kind of right, actually. Because we're only going to be powered for, like, this section of it, aren't we? For some reason, I'm thinking, like, cruise missile style. Okay. So that means that we need to figure... Oh, God, I have no idea what this would be. Ground. So we want to go 3,000 kilometers this way, right? What angle are we launching at? 45? I swear I can draw, I swear. 47? 47 is the current angle? Well, let's design for 45, I think, because we can. Right? Can we figure out what the distance is if we do this? I'm pretty sure we can. Ballistic trajectory... Let's ignore air resistance. I don't remember my science class from this. What altitude are we shooting for, basically? Yeah, it's a parabola. It's just going to be a parabola, and your midpoint is determined by your speed, heading and altitude when your engine cuts out. Yeah. 140K. Well, we got to go a minimum of 140K. I think to go 3,000 kilometers, we got to go way farther. I think we're going to have to go to like a few thousand or something like that, maybe. Yeah. I was assured there would be no math. You came to the wrong stream playing the wrong mod pack. Okay, let's not accept this yet, but this is our goal. 3,000 kilometers downrange, 140 kilometers minimum up, but that's going to probably be not a problem. I kind of want to wait till we finish the material study. Because I want to use aluminum in these tanks, for sure, because they need to be kind of light. So I think what I'll do is warp to that, and then warp 3 more days. Oh, there it is. So post-war is now done. That's good. So, I mean, we still have 148. The tracking systems is interesting. What does that let us do? Is that like antennas? Biological samples. Interesting. Okay. So that's like science, kind of. Okay, I think we're gonna probably want to upgrade the engines here. Material science seems to be very important, though. But maybe it's not that big of a deal. Holy moly. This is like the Atlas programs and stuff, too. Early flight control, we don't really need. Yeah, these SRBs seem good, but we don't really need these yet. I think we go for early rocketry next. Better fuel. What would that be under? Satellite era science. Science and avionics prototyping. Okay. That's actually pretty interesting. You don't unlock fuel. You kind of do, though, right? Like, different engines are different fuel types. Which would let us actually use different fuels. I think right now we're using fuels that are probably inefficient, if I had to guess. This is the NAA 75110A series. Good lord. This is ethanol and liquid oxygen again. That's kind of like how it was in the N2 rocket. Okay. So Juno 1 was the engine, it must have been, used in the mission that sent us to space for the first time ever as humanity. And we used that, okay, not first ever, but like we used that to put our first satellite in orbit. The Juno 1. I guess we can go for that. Okay. I guess I'll take this one next, but that's going to be a while. What about this? LR-43, LR-89. There's the XLR-25, this Stentor booster. Okay. All right, let's go into the vehicle assembly bay here, and let's see what we can make. Again, 3,140. We can simulate this as much as we want, but let's make a new craft file. Integration page will go over here. We're going to want avionics. This is my first time making a craft by myself, by the way. This is cool. I think what we should do is try to think about how modern rockets work, and we basically just want to lift a tiny payload with an engine on it as high as possible, and then let that just take off, right? Like, stage 1 should just basically be to get, like, something here, and stage 2 should, well, maybe less than that. But yeah, basically a small amount of mass really, really far. Honestly, this might be a great reason to use SRBs. It could be. Right? Like, we have the Aerobee, I believe. This thing, right? Very light. Oh, actually, that's super heavy now I think about it. That is a... And we have to pay for it, too. Can we show... Okay. The things that are basically grayed out, we can't... We'd have to buy first, basically. There's an entry cost to it. Aerobee is liquid? Yeah, sorry, Aerojet. Blue is currently being researched right now? Okay. So you can build with it, but you have to wait for it. I think... Can we... Do you think we can get the Tiny Tim? Yeah. Downrange is perfectly doable with a single-stage V2 design. I feel like it would have to be massive, though. Right? What engines do we have here that we can use? I thought we could see stuff from, like, US and all. Oh, that's the VAB organizer. That's right. XLR-10. We don't need turbojets or anything like that. Combine the two crafts you've already designed. I don't think I'm going to be able to lift a sounding rocket, bro. I just don't think so. I would need a small... Like a small engine. I don't know which engines are small. That's nice and tiny. These are all kind of large, so I kind of don't want to use those. That is really small as well. That's even smaller. And then we have this engine bell, which I don't know how that works. Pressure-fed sustainer for the MR1. That's kerosene, AK-20. I don't know what that's for. A sustainer? There's the Aerobee, right? We're going to be in high atmosphere, so we need to look for something that has high efficiency. And I'm thinking, honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards this ORM, right? Very early Soviet rocket engine designed by Glushko? How do you say that? Oh, there's a sparkler. That's cool. What is this engine? 245 vac. That's pretty good. Aerobee is 226. The ORM is 233. I think these are too big already. Like, I think this is just huge. We need a very, very lightweight package, essentially. And then this is the French one or whatever. This is 249. Wow. 50 kilonewtons of force. 7. This weighs 0.15. That weighs 0.008. Okay. Maybe we actually do just go with the Aerobee, right? And I think we might even be able to possibly upgrade this. I don't see the purpose. Improved XASR1 with helium pressurization to improve performance. So maybe a different fuel. Yeah. The AJ-10. Lower ISP in vacuum, but much longer, like rated burn time, which is 52 seconds. And a little bit more weight. What does that mean, F? Like plus 4F. So this is now the Aerobee and the AJ-10 configuration. And this uses the same fuels we were using before, with helium instead. And actually, I don't know what IRFNA3 is. Does someone want to Google? Plus 4 funds. But we don't need to purchase it? Lacks tech for early rocketry. Oh, fuck. We would need to actually unlock this. It's not unlocked yet. Let's go see. That's early rocketry. Let me save this here as the what are we gonna call this? Sanic Dream. All right. No. Do not launch by accident. Sheesh, that's scary as fuck. All right. So we actually do not have the AJ-10 yet, and I think I'm trying to figure out when to get that. We are looking here. We're looking for this here. These upgrades is what we're looking. Okay, so we will get it when we unlock early rocketry. Sorry, we will get it. No, that's right. Yeah, early rocketry is when we get it. That's 222 days from now. Sorry, my voice is killing me already. It's already been. Oh my god, the whole stream's done already. I'll keep going for a bit longer though. I mean, more than likely we don't need it. There is still an upgrade, but you need to purchase it first. It's mid-tier version. Yeah, that's the open. Where's Sanic Dream? All right. I forgot it doesn't matter if you don't actually put the engine on the vehicle. So Aerobee, we'll put it here. That's not really going to work, but let's procedural tank. Okay, and then this goes here. Okay, so does this need something around it, like a shroud or something? We built this shroud before, like a duct. Should we do that again? Because just putting like a decoupler won't matter. Like it doesn't make something around this. What I think you want to do is use a ducting, which is structural, I think. I'm just saying random words now. Am I saying this right, Chad? Is it utility? Is it duck? I just saw it. Oh, boat tail. Why am I thinking of ducks? Yeah, it's in payload. It's a boat tail adapter. Mounting point for boat tails for a stage bottom. Yeah. So the reason why I want this is because I'm going to build an engine. Like, here's the tank up here. Don't like how large this is. Don't like how large that is. Yeah, so here's the tank, right? And then engines like this. I need to connect this to a decoupler, but there's a huge gap. So what I want to do is like basically add an extra stage here to add like the sidewalls. And I think that again is boat tails. So you do this, and then you flip it upside down. And then you do this and attach this to the bottom. It looks a bit silly right now, but we can make this way smaller. Right, and I don't know the size that we want to use for this yet, but I definitely think we should make it larger. You can use an inner stage for that as well. What is more common to use? Let's try 0.8, and then I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but I think the height needs to come down. How do you get like the width to come in? Base size? Why is the top like that? Why is the base size growing? Oh, I see. Okay. Inner stage is better because the structure is attached from the bottom. Okay. I agree with that. The way that we get way more weight. So we want an inner stage. Inner stage fairing adapter flat? Is that right? And I put that, again, kind of complicated, but I put that underneath the docking port. Put that here. Is that correct? And then we want it this smaller. Or something. I don't know what size we want this. That's a 1 meter. I think we want it, like, small. Isn't this kind of crazy, though? Like, the amount of work we're going to have to put into designing this stuff? Like, we're going to have to think of, like, literally everything. It's like a... yeah, imagine... This is just me trying to get a small little rocket really high up and send it, right? But imagine what this is going to be like once we actually need to, like, go to the moon. Or orbit or whatever. Like, you would spend, like, literally a week just designing everything and simulating it over and over again just to actually do it, right? Again, I don't know if anyone has actually done a moon mission in this mod pack. I have not seen evidence of anyone on YouTube that has a... Like, I know right now one person has been going for about 6 months, and they have not even gotten a crew to orbit yet, right? Isn't that crazy to think about? Okay, this can burn for... If I go to engine, and if I buy this one, what is 0.5? Oh, so that just costs more for funding, and then you got to purchase it as well. We can simulate it before we purchase it, I'm pretty sure. And that uses... This uses nitrogen. This is supposed to use nitrogen as well. That eventually goes to helium. Just a different ratio of fuels, basically. Oh, no, it does... Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, just a different ratio of fuel. Okay. And then this can burn for 40 seconds. I need to add fuel here. It does not need to be high pressurized, right? I don't think so. Isn't there typically a button to fill this with fuel from the engine below it? Or am I wrong about that? Choose tank type. You need high pressure. Oh, you do? Fuck. What is... aluminum fuselage is probably better anyways. And then we can fill with the XASR-1 Aerobee. Okay. Right now, with this filled up, this should be able to burn for... Maybe the engine will tell me. Rated for 40 seconds. Maybe I gotta open up the tank UI. I know there's a way to see this. Where do you see this? How long is it burning for? MechJeb will tell you. Delta V stats. Thank you, chat. Right there. That's what we're looking for. This will burn right now. If I take, obviously, this off, for 40 seconds. This engine is rated for 40 seconds. So, somehow, I have just managed to randomly make a random rocket with the exact amount of fuel that it's rated for. Add 5 seconds. You're right. And we do want this to, like, be pretty much as long as it can go. Okay. I think this is a bit too... thin. I think we need to make it fatter. Again, I might be misthinking about how I want to do this. right? But like, I'm just trying to think, this is going to be on top of a big rocket. Imagine like a big rocket, and this is like a tiny little finger sticking out of the top, and then it's just going to let it go. So I'm a little worried about like aerodynamics. And honestly, we could even maybe make this from a cylinder into like a cone and kind of incorporate that cone into the top design of this rocket. But like, I don't know. You may want to use the same diameter you already tooled. That's a good point. I don't know what tooling I have. Is it possible to tell that? I don't know. Okay, for tooling? Well, we're going to be making, I guess, aluminum, right? So, if we have tooling for 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, and 1.4, can we just use the same tooling for aluminum? Or, like, is it actually completely different tooling? I don't know. Right? Certainly you can sim a cylinder and then a cone to see if that works. Yeah. I think let's not worry about tooling or anything like that right now. I say we just design this thing without much thought in our head, and then we'll go from there. Right? We'll figure out afterwards if this is what we want to do. Cone. There we are. Do, 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 do. Let's see here. This is 0.6. 0.6. Okay. If you want a good RP-1 channel, you should watch Carnassa. He's great and has done moon landings. Whoa. Really? Okay. I did not know anyone has done that. Extra radius is 0. Isn't there something we kind of want... by the way, I don't like that this goes out a little bit. Is that normal? Like, I'm going to need this on the bottom of another one, right? So it's going to go kind of like here. But we need an avionics package at the top of this, don't we? Wait, do we? We don't know. Let's pretend we do. What is attached at the bottom of your engine? That is a decoupling port. So, unless this can decouple, can it? Oh, maybe it can, actually. It says decoupling, enable, disable, cost 2. Okay. Okay, let's get rid of, whoops. This node decouples. That is actually so fucking funny. That node decouples. Okay, how do I do that? Extra height. Why is it so far away from it? Why is it so far away from it? Height adjust? I don't want to bring it down though, right? Because again, like what you're gonna do here is you're gonna drop a fairing. Like you click this, I'm gonna say I want fairing nodes 2. Fairing closed, open, I think closed. And I don't even need the fairing to go off. Like that fairing does not need to actually... Oh, I don't know how that works actually. Right, and what you do is you'll take a procedural fairing and you'll put it here. Like that. And it just makes the inner stage. Right? Wrong order? You attached it incorrectly. This does not decouple. This node decouples. Okay. I'm confused. The node on top is used on both sides. So you're saying I put that there and then I put that I can't do that. It's not possible. You had it correct? It's fine how you had it. Like this? No? So, the problem is, though, like, I don't want this inner stage to be so tall. Why does it need to be so tall? Make the extra height more? Yeah, but, like, why? Isn't that, like, insanely tall for no reason? Oh. I'm just stupid, chat. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. I did it by accident. It's kind of funny. All right. This is going to be a near-Earth core. The one up here is going to be a science core. This one, I don't think will be... Oh, I have no idea, actually. Should it be controllable? We're not going to need wings on this. Whatever direction this goes in, it's just going to go. I think it needs to be controllable, yeah. It's got to adjust it. This does have gimbling, this Airby engine. It's basically a V2 on the bottom. Yeah, but I'm going to, like, make it myself and try to design it a bit better. So, near-Earth core, that's fine. I don't know controllable mass, but I'm going to guess 15 tons or something? I'm not sure. Again, this is not the right size yet, so I kind of don't want to adjust it. I just want to do this. That's if... Right? That is if I want to do it that size. Which, I guess I want to do a cone. And do the top, like... God, this is hard. Like that. And then the bottom, like... that. What size do we use? 1 point something? This one we actually probably can use, the tooling we have. So, tooling for a steel fuselage, 1.4 meters is what it seems like. So, we are going to use a we're going to go to 1.4 meters here. And the height of this doesn't really matter, but yeah, something like that. Okay. And then this will be 1.4 meters. It can be as long as we have to go. I think I did 7 meters, right? Right, and then we need a engine on this, and I kind of forget what engine we used. Don't you want aluminum? Yes. And I wonder if it will cost us a lot for tooling for that. It may or may not. Can I also make this out of aluminum? I don't know if I need to. Trying to look like a real rocket? Kinda. What engine did I use for this again? The Model 39 I used. Okay. And we will need to make a boat tail around this, I think. So, boat tail is in this. Okay, this needs to be base size of 1.4. Is that correct? I think. Maybe. Is that right? That, I think, is right. It's a bit weird, though. Yeah. Turn it upside down over the engine. I am looking at... Didn't I do that? Right? Because this was over here, and I went boom, boom. I think it's good. I did, dude, Lofa, I did get it working. Yeah, man. Let's just see what this looks like. First off, that needs to be adjusted to 2 sides. And then this just needs to have this. Procedural fairings? Why doesn't that work? Chat? What am I doing wrong here? Fairings are heavy and very expensive at this stage. We did this before, though. What the fuck did we do? What? Turn the fairing upside down? Bro, what? How are you so smart? How do I open these? Tool fairings, enable crossfade, remove shape, unlocked, use preset, toggle, open, close. There we go. Okay. Boom. So the problem with this is that they're not the right shape for sure. But like, I don't know how to make them the right shape because there's top height. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. You rotate the boat tail, so you also rotate the fairing. Yeah, no, I get that. When we did these before, I swear the way this worked is they were rounded. Like the bottom was rounded. Do I need to use a different shape or something? Top verse extra. Okay. Okay, so we want to do top. Make that top is... That actually looks pretty good. I don't know what I did here, but yeah. Okay. Hold on. I like that. Come back here. Pin that. Close this. Ooh. Okay. Does look kind of good. Okay. I think that's okay. I think that's good. I think it's pretty okay. The silver bullet, it's kind of what it's like. Again, we're in the prototyping phase, but it's kind of what it's like. Let's think about this. I wonder how much mass this is at this point. This is equal to 2 tons, but we haven't filled it up with fuel yet. So let's do that, I feel. So let's open this up. I gotta tell you, man, this is the most fun I think I've had with, like, KSP rocket designs since I've started playing KSP. I really feel like it's pretty good. 30,000! We're not doing that at all. Hell no. To unlock that, it costs so much. Alright, I need to look at a couple things here. So this engine is going to use... God damn it, come back open. This engine is going to use ethanol 75, liquid oxygen, and HTP. So I want to just basically fill it for that. And right now, if we look here, staging-wise, we have 44 seconds of burn time. This engine is rated for 70 seconds of burn time. So we can go larger than this significantly. I am incorrect about that. For some reason, I am not getting this correct. Why? Another stage? Well, this should be going off, and it should be calculating all this correctly. Oh, because this needs a ground support to be able to launch. We learned our lesson for this before. Without the medium launch clamp, it literally won't be correct. Okay. It needs a launch clamp to basically be able to launch. Again, it's weird. But okay. Put this down here. Okay. So right now we're sitting at 1 minute and 14 seconds. This engine is rated for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Pretty damn good, actually. We're just going to reduce this by a little bit. Maybe we can keep it at 7 meters. Isn't that what our tooling is for? 7.3. I say we keep it exactly what it should. That way we're using the exact same size cylinder. And that's pretty much perfect. All right. And you can always burn plus 5 seconds. Yes. I guess we can stretch it a little bit to see if we can get away with the tooling here. Right? Yeah, does that part allow fuel to flow through it, or is it not a thing RP-1? It will, yeah. Let's see here. Close. Things we'll need to do is get, like, fins down here, so I'll do that real quick. We want a procedural wing early on. We're going to do 4 of these. Again, pretty much the same thing we did before. It's kind of hard to show this, though. Okay. Okay, and then we want to hover over this and hit J. And this is the actual, like, the fun part of the design now. Oh, shit. Forgot that's a thing. Okay, I like that. Again, adjust yellow first and then adjust everything else. It's hard to see. It's kind of what I'm looking for. Okay, I like that. That looks for me nice, and I think the thickness is probably going to be a little much. Also, something we should probably do here is we want to change the wing type, I believe. Composite wet wing SMI. Oh, that's fuels. That's not what I want. Can't we change this to a different angle? For some reason I thought you could. Oh yeah, there's this here. So there's wing shape, I thought. Shape is rounded. So for the God, that's not right, is it? Rounded and biconvex. Is that right? You want a non-lifting one wing type? Yeah, this should be non-lifting, sure. Wrong part? Wing. How is it the wrong part? No. It's just like a different type here. Biconvex, I think, is what I want. And then rounded. Do I want it like that? Thin at the top? I think I do. So it like cuts through the air, basically. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Not sure if the others also had the real fuel UI. I mean, I'm not using fuel though, right? So it should be okay. Again, I'm just using a B9 procedural wing, which is the wing I've been using this whole time. I think it's fine. Round top, sharp end. I don't know if that's true, actually. Is that true? You want to make it a round top so the air hits it and like it's going to cause like a little turbulence or whatever? Drop shape is what you want. I think we want skinny on top, rounded at the bottom. I think that's actually correct. It's difficult, man. This is like, again, like we're wandering into the unknown right now. Okay. So that is the bottom there that we're going to get. I think it's okay, but I kind of want to pull this out if possible. I guess you can't really do that unless you angle it more. Okay. Well, whatever then. It's fine. Okay. Things I would like to do though real fast. Again, we'll make the trailing edge black. Oh, okay, hold on. The leading edge, maybe white? Maybe silver or something. Metallic-y silver. I'm trying to think of a good color for this. Again, the black is kind of cool with the color in the middle. It makes sense because it could be like treated for like heat and stuff as well, right? And then like, I don't know. The surface here, right, is like the middle. Difficult to know. Delta blue. I do like the teal blue, though. We do red. I don't mind light gray. It's not terrible. Spending money on a prototype. This will cost $0 because we're going to throw it in the computer and simulate it first. Right? So, like, legitimately 0 cost. I think I need to use different fairings here. That we will use the recolorable fairings, I think. Like, if we take... oh, God, how do we do this? If we take these off, and then we go to payload, we can put these on, SS. Perfect. And then these have a recoloring GIF. Again, fairing decoupler off. That's the important part. And then we can color this to, like, black. Where's that dark black? Like that. Doesn't really feel right, though. It doesn't have, like, the metallic look to it. Maybe that's okay. Maybe we do a different color, though. Maybe we do a core. I don't mind a white color for this to combine. May work. It may work. Okay. This here needs a nice little paint, I feel. This says ends, but that's not really what we want to use. Black metallic paint could be good. Paint is extra weight. Ah, it's worth it, bro. Really cool. All right. So this right now is not ready, actually, is it? No, this is technically all the weight we're going to have on here. So we're looking at right now 11.164 tons. I believe for this, we want to do 15 tons of controllable mass with an EC amount of a number we're going to have to figure out. So we'll start with 500 kilojoules, and I'll apply and preserve dimensions. So we're going to have a lot of extra mass, basically, I think, here. That lower tank isn't full. The utilization isn't at max. Is that okay? I think it's all right, but no, maybe we can go a bit farther. Again, I think we do 115 seconds. Thank you. I didn't even notice that, by the way. Is it the same for this one? This one's at 50% utilization. 83%. This one's at 81%. Okay. Yeah, because it can go 110% for the engine plus an extra 5 seconds. That should be pretty good. Do we put avionics on the top stage? We do have some here. So again, I'm just trying to plan this out. Near Earth. I think this is correct. Like, as best as this can be. This up here is also going to be near Earth start, and I want this to have a controllable mass of... This is probably a good time to take this apart, and then just double check. So, how do I do that without this breaking? Also, I will need to move this upwards. Why can't I click on this? What's wrong with this? I want to put new ones on here anyways. Okay. But before we do that, let me toggle open close. And then boom. Okay. So, this right now is equal to 0.455 tons. We guys gotta remember that. 0.455 tons. Cool. Oh, shit. There are so many things going on right now in these menus. I think for this one, we might actually want to make it white, potentially. Or like that gray color. What does this node does not decouple warning for? It's for not worrying about it. Alright. Now, I technically need to make this go up like another smidge. So I think I'm going to do that. The problem... I can't really do that, actually. Because if I close this now, right, it's going to be clipping into here, and I don't like that. Control on the fairing to toggle them open. That is a pro tip. That is a pro tip. Wow. Wow. Okay. I could kind of fudge it a little bit and do 0.4 and then just like... I think I would have to like click this and then just slightly... Hold on, I gotta go upwards. I think that's okay. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's okay, though. This needs to be glorious. Alright? I want to make this a bright color. I don't know what bright color, but some bright-ass color. Maybe red would be kind of cool. Maybe. And I think what I would like to do is... Hold on. Gold. The golden bullet. Maybe. The gold metallic is kind of hard to use. This needs a recoloring. That's got to be gold as well. I could make it gold. I could make it like... I could make it gold. The golden bullet. The golden bullet's a real thing, by the way, in rocket history. Yeah, so this can't really be metallic because of what this is made out of. I don't know. We'll have to find out. We need, it's like a black paint. We need like black metallic as well. Stock gray. Make it a highlighter? Yeah, right? Is there a list of current add-ons? No. I would have to make a brand new mod list because it is kind of complicated. Okay. I feel like I need to make sure this is set up correctly. We need this to control maximum 0.6 tons. And I think I need 100 EC. Maybe actually 300. Not enough volume to do this. Okay. What about 0.5 tons and 100 EC? Not enough volume. Shit. How much am I missing? Increase part size until sufficient volume. I don't mind making it a little bit longer. Make it unguided. It needs to be able to steer, though. Otherwise, I think this thing will just, like, flip all over the place, which is bad. Let's try it again. 0.5 tons with 100. Still not enough. You cannot afford to make the top guided. Shit. Okay, science core. Science core, switch to start, I think. Right? And then we just need EC. I don't know. 1,000. We can make this smaller now. Does resize to fit button do what you're looking for? I don't know if I want it to do what that's for. Or whatever. Alright. Looks like a ballpoint pen, doesn't it? Alright. I am going to... These two fairings at the top need to be unstaged, 100%. Just sim it. I want to sim this thing. Yeah, I definitely want to. Fairing decoupler off. Good. Okay, so very first thing, we have to ignite this engine and let it run for a second. Then we need to go. Then we need to ignite... Ooh, I never thought about this. Do we need oilage? Do we need oilage motors? We might. Ullage. Sorry, not oilage. Okay, a little big. Still a little big. Okay, this might be perfect. Right? Oh my god. Oh, it's shift. It's so weird. Or you can hot stage it. Will that work with this? I'm not sure that will work, brother. We could try hot staging it. Sure. Would hot staging be at the exact same time? You would need to open inner stage. So we want to turn the fairing on then, essentially. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll blow the fairing, and then we'll engine, and then we'll decouple. Okay. Maybe we'll try that. Again, we are just simulating. It should not be a problem. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll have to figure it out. This is what the sims are for. This is the coolest thing about this, is like, we're going to be, like, most of the actual, like KSP moments and stuff are all in the actual sim. Alright. What you want is Separatrons to spin it up and push forward when staging. That way the spin stabilization and handle oilage. I feel like I don't. Also, I have not looked at, like, the stuff at all, but that's probably fine. Okay, how do I open the sim again? It's one of these buttons. Maybe this one? Yeah, simulate. All right. From now, part failures, simulate. Yeah. Check the MJ UI. It has features for it. For what? MJ can hot stage for you? Okay. Again, we're going to want an ascent autopilot. That's aircraft. I'm going to want to figure out the ascent angle. I like 4720. That was working pretty well before. How do I get rid of this shit over here? There we go. Is your staging correct? I think I set it up correctly, yes. Support hot staging? How does it know to do that? Yeah, 1 gauge. We're fine. Like, how's it know? The lead time? Well, but like, how does it know to do that? It knows because you put the engine staging before the decoupler. Oh, is it smart enough for that? Okay, we'll do 1 second. That's fine. The fairings, I don't think are going to come off properly. It's smart. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think of the craft as a directory craft. Oh, yeah, okay. Put the fairings in the same stage as the engine? No, because then it can't hot stage properly. I think this is a good time to just simulate and see what happens. So, again, our goal obviously is to go very, very far downrange. I don't know exactly if that's going to happen, so we'll see. We also might rip off these fins, so whatever. Let's send it. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I needed that. Okay, so that's not accurate. Altitude is greater than 50 kilometers? Yeah, then why is it dropping them? Why is it dropping these? It shouldn't. I think maybe the 0-second post delay is too much. Maybe it needs like 0.1 seconds or something. Engage. Let's see what happens if that fixes it. It did it again. God damn it. Why is it doing that? Fairing needs to be disabled in the VAB? No. Because we need a hot stage, we need to drop the inner stage fairings. That needs to happen. If I would control this myself, it would work. Do you understand? Like, why is it staging fairings like this? Like, why is it doing that? It is a setting. Like in the MechJeb settings menu? Is it with pressure? I assume this is a both. Dynamic pressure is low and altitude is high. Surely. Right? It's a decoupler setting? What does that mean? Dynamic pressure is greater than 5. What does that mean in the decoupler setting? Just put them in the same stage as the engine. I don't think you guys are understanding. I don't think so. Let me show you without auto-staging what's supposed to happen. All right? And then you can tell me that I'm stupid, I guess, later. But engage autopilot. Go. We're not going to auto-stage. So we have thrust, and then we send it. Right? We rotate to make our azimuth exactly east. Which might not actually be correct, because now we're going south. Unless this is incorrect. I don't know. No, we're going east. We're going east. It's okay. Okay. We're following this flight path here, which is starting at 47, I think. Hey, Creddy, hello, my dude. Welcome back, my man. The fairing is the same part that decouples the lower part. It should not be part with it. Yes, exactly. Beautiful. Beautiful, bro. It's gorgeous. I don't know if that is supposed to look like that. That seems a bit incorrect. Yeah, it might be a shader bug. All right, again, we're looking at our fuel here, but I'm just looking down to the bottom left. Okay. We're going really fast right now. And hopefully we're basically lined up with about 45 degrees, which we actually are. We're 47 right now. All right, this is going to basically stop accelerating here. Stage and ignition. Okay, so we had an issue with... we need to do that before... Okay. We need to do that before the engine runs out, because that's when this slosh happened. Also, I am going to try putting these fairings in the same as the engine. And I'm just going to see if we can... Like, maybe the engine will kick them out or something, right? Like, but because I don't think we're going to have enough force to eject them when the... Like, think about it. The air is moving over this, and it's pushing it inwards. So if we don't have a greater force pushing it outwards, it just won't, right? They will not interact. Let's find out. Let's find out, dude. All right. Autopilot, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're good. We don't need ullage separatrons if we hot stage it. We just need to hot stage it. Right? We got to do that correctly. Holy fuck, it's 4:45, chat. I meant to just do this for like an extra 10 minutes, and here we are. Again, this is really cool. I'm not entirely sure why, but I thought if you launch off of Florida's coast, east is like into the water directly, right? I thought it was. Am I stupid about that? I thought it was. I think it is. So then why... We're going like south then right now. At least it feels like it. There's a lot of water? I guess so. Okay. Maybe look at the burn time so you know when to stage. Yeah, great call. I'm just gonna start now. Too early. This is why we sim. I thought it was a little ambitious if it was even gonna work. There's like not even really... How do we do this? Making it longer is not really going to help because there's like almost no... there's almost no air up here at all. Like, we're technically still in the atmosphere, right? Maybe we do need little fins. Maybe we can combine ullage motors into spin stabilization in this same system. With, again, I don't think we need fins. I have an idea, though. You hit 140? Oh, dude, we're going to go way over 140. By the way, we cannot put a controlled stage up here. It's not possible. So I'm thinking maybe we don't decouple this. Like that. Like maybe the fairings stay attached. But maybe we actually go with that design with these tiny little motors here. Right? They're really tiny. I don't know if they have a different design. We also have these separatrons. Maybe we could use those as well. They're tiny. They look tiny. How much do they weigh? Oh, they're heavy. Oh, they're heavy. Okay, maybe we try these then. And then I'm thinking we take these and we just rotate them like that. Okay. That might even be too much. And that way we can separate these at the same time. Yeah, they're called spin motors. That should help you spin. Do I even have a spin motor? What is that? That's kind of cool, actually. It's going to be like a rifle bullet. Well, my theory is, depending on, like, again, we might need to make this taller or something, but my theory is this should, if it releases and spins, then it should stay stable, I think. But, like, I don't know, and this is, like, why we test, right? Also, one more thing. I feel like we might want to put fins on this. Put them on the bottom? No, because this is separating as one piece, I think. It starts flipping instantly. Well, yeah, but the thing is because like the acceleration I was doing was weird. I want to just try this, I feel. I'm just curious. Fins seem like a good idea. There is still drag up there. Like, the atmosphere only ends at 140, right? So there is still drag. Also, I think maybe this 47's kind of aggressive. But maybe it's not, because we do need to get to 45 degrees. Because we need this, we want to shoot this thing, like, basically at a 45-degree angle to go as far as possible, right? Like, this angle here is going to be 45 degrees, if we think about it. That's the optimized, like, in a parabolic trajectory with no drag, because we shouldn't have drag for this. That should be what we need. Okay. We're going. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, do you see how many times we're going to be, like, punching through the clouds? The cloud mod was so worth the 2 hours it took to get working, or hour to take work. It's, again, it's a little buggy here, but I think that's probably just because it's Earth. It's worth, like, look how... Chat! Mwah, gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay, we're going to wait till the engine actually burns out here. That's actually fine. And then we're going to be releasing, starting the liquid fuel. Oh, yeah! Oh, it kind of works. It kind of works. I'm not going to lie. Again, I don't know if we want to do this because we're still in atmosphere. Right? So we might want to maybe change some stuff here. It's not very good. We're losing it. The spin's slowing down. We might actually still want little fins in the bottom or something. I'm not really sure. Holy shit. It's fucking whipping it, bro. I am curious if we open up the... What's it called? The flight recorder. How far downrange we're going to get. Because this thing's going 3,400 meters a second. That's pretty fucking good. Right? And then surface speed, it's going about 3 kilometers a second. Yeah, that's really good. Is it fine, chat? It's fine. I don't know. Can I change the camera, maybe? Oh. Help, 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 help. Holy shit, holy shit. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it's still going up. Oh, it's going to go up a lot. We could go here and see. Oh, yeah. Whoa. That is not right. Okay. Yeah, you can see how high up we're going to go. Again, maybe someone can do the math for me, but is it possible to know... I'm trying to think of, like, ballistics. With no air resistance, I need to know the mass of the rocket, the speed of the rocket, and then we can calculate the distance and the height, correct? But if we knew the mass of the rocket and we knew the distance it had to go in a normal ballistic trajectory, right, like 45 degrees or whatever, with no air resistance, I wonder if we could calculate the velocity it needs to hit at launch for it to work successfully. Mass does not matter? Okay. That's because regardless of mass, gravity affects it the same. Okay. No, I get that. Yeah, I don't know. I forget. I like legitimately, I remember doing these problems in physics in 2009. So it's like, I haven't been to school in a while. And it is... I just don't remember the math that you would use for this. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay, we are 300 meters down range. I'm going to speed up time a little bit. 600 meters... kilometers, sorry. So we are about only 1/3 of the distance. The thing is, I feel like we can probably get farther. I definitely feel like we can get farther, for sure. We're missing a lot of stability towards the end, and I think we're wasting an enormous amount of energy sideways. Let's go back. What can we fix on this? We have to go 3,000 kilometers, yes. Remove the cosmetic engine fairing. It is removed. It is totally fine the way it is. I think we should add fins. I'm also thinking of potentially making this thinner and longer, right? We also should probably think about maybe adding ballast or something, potentially, right? We went drag back here, which is good. Let me see about doing this. Let's add these up here, right? Okay. What if we made these like tiny? Add rifling. Okay. That's basically what we're doing, right? If we brought, we got to do yellow first. So if we brought these to like here, I got to like maybe move this up. Thickness here. I don't even know how to make that smaller. Yeah, root width. Root width is going to be 0.25. The tip width is oh god, how do I do that? Oh, it's like thick though. It's like real thick. Don't think you have enough air up there to need fins. I kind of agree with you, but I kind of want to just try. That seems really, really thin, and I think I might have fucked this up. Okay. Maybe that's okay. The rounded for the bottom doesn't seem right, but whatever. I think it's fine. We're experimenting with fins. Okay, and then what I want to do... It is still in the atmosphere, though. It definitely is. So we can close this. Right? I want to do something... Oh my god, that's really thick at the base there. I want to angle these, if possible. And this might be a problem. I don't think you're supposed to angle wings. I think that's going to get me into trouble here. Right. But, like, how am I supposed to know how not to do that, right? It's for science. It's for science. I agree. Let's keep this out here a little bit. You kind of get the idea, though, I'm going for. Right? So we have a wing with, like, a built-in thruster. That should be for ullage and also for spin, right? It looks fucking... like, this looks like a bullet or something that's going to, like, rifle or something. I'm still thinking we might need to make this thinner and longer, but I don't know why my brain just tells me that's probably a good idea. Because I have no idea if it is. But, like, maybe? There are real-life rockets that had to solve this problem. This is actually a crazy concept, but I need to go back and go watch documentaries and read papers about the early days of rocketry and literally just take what they learned and then use that for my designs. Unironically, that's a good idea. I took a little bit of time to research about some of the people that were making rockets back then and some of the, like, generalistic designs, but I never thought about stuff like this. Perhaps spin before separation using the booster's mass to prevent wobble. It's possible. And I think I understand where you're coming from. But I'm not entirely sure we would need to. I think I would need to get the autopilot to spin, right? Because I don't have control over it, right? Or maybe I do. Can I just, like, hit Q and E and spin the rocket? The answer is yes. Okay, I did not know that. What direction does it need to spin in? I think E. Well, 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 if it isn't my own fucking stupidity. Maybe those wings gotta be tiny. Oh, shit. Okay. Do we need those, KO? Do we need those? Shit's fucked. It's alright. If it's bullet-shaped, why not make bullet sound? Alright, here we go. We're gonna spin here in a little bit. First off, how are we also spinning this? Aren't we gonna get, like, gimbal lock? We're gonna, like, saturate our gimbals if we do this. Like, we only have one engine, so we can't, like, really... we can't really roll our spacecraft. That is beautiful, man. It's really pretty. Yeah. Your engine is also kind of not there. Engine? Failed engine. What? Okay, hold on. It failed due to the engine shutdown, though. It did not fail due to ullage. So we just need to revert and go back. It's okay. It happens, Chad. It happens. It's got like a 10% chance of failing to ignite. All right? But it would have a 100% chance to fail if it was an issue with ullage. So we're okay. It's all good. Okay. Let it run. Let it ride. No ullage message popped up. It's just a normal failure. Yeah, normal failure. So we're okay. We don't need the ascent profile anymore. We mainly just want to look at the flight recorder over here. That's how we learn the most. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Right. Which part are you using the V22 part for? What's a V22? I swear to God, if he D's not showed me, you're out of chat. Oh, it's so pretty. V2 part 4? What are you using the V2? This needs to go 3,000 kilometers downrange. The most we've done is like 300. So we basically need to put a very tiny rocket on top of a very big rocket. So we're using the V2 part as the big rocket, and we're making our own little, like, I don't know, like bullet head kind of. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, good. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, this is going kind of vertical. Ideally, we'd want to go 45 degrees. Can we see our angle of attack? That's not what I want. Angle of... is there like a pitch? Pitch is what I want, maybe. But like I need the values for these. I can't see what they are. And engine shutdown any second from now. Okay. It's hard to tell. Look at the ascent planner. I mean, kind of. I don't think it's going to have exactly what we want, but the ascent planner is... What am I looking at here? Yeah, you can see how we went way more vertically, right? So maybe we want to tip this down or pitch it down a little bit more. Right? Okay. So yeah, we are currently around 50 degrees of pitch. Interesting. Just open the orbit window and you'll get to 1 million apoapsis. You'll be fine. If you get to 1 million, I can't tell what we're going to get to. But that does look pretty fucking far. Yeah, it's starting to wobble a lot. Okay, I'm going to speed up time. We are looking at this value right here. At the peak height, we did not get to 1.5. I did some scuff paper math. 3,000 downrange would be about 750 apoapsis. We definitely got higher than that, and we're definitely not going to go 3,000. So you definitely are. We're going more vertical than that. But that's if we launch at a 45-degree angle. Okay, so we were at... maybe your math is right. The spinning is awful. I don't know what to do, man. Do this. All right, open them when I tell you. Yeah, we're looking at about 2,000 kilometers. Oh, God. Yeah, 2,000 kilometers is about where we're making it so far. So we're close, and I think the angle is the problem. Yeah, I think we are very close. I think what we need to do maybe is try to adjust these fins slightly or remove them. And then, okay, you can open your eyes now. And then I think we'll adjust the launch profile to be not so steep. I want it to be closer to 45-degree angles. Yeah. Let's just see if it's possible. I don't know if it is. Let's see if it's possible to make these way smaller. Like tiny little wings. They do not need to be large. And this will have a lot of aeroforce on these things. So maybe that's okay. I think the thickness is alright. Does look kind of cool, I'm not going to lie. Doesn't need to spin with straight fins. Don't need spin with straight fins. Very little angle on the fin. Should we do like a... Should we do something like this, maybe? Where we, like, put it inside the booster? Possibly. Hold on. Let's see if that works. That is a cool design, man. Simulate. And simulate. Can they curve? Oh, that'd be cool. A curved... I don't even know if that's manufacturable in the 50s, bro. I'll be real with you. All right, let's try a 40-degree churn shape. What's the worst that can happen, right? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. What was that? Maybe take the center of mass and lift, whatever the tutorial taught you. I was thinking the same thing. We might need to put a little bit of ballast somewhere to make it stable. But again, I feel like the top is actually stable. What am I forgetting to pack this trip? Listen, at the end of the day, you need your phone, you need your wallet, and you need your passport. If you're traveling, those 3 things, you have everything you need. Like, you'll be okay. You'll figure it out. Don't stress too much. As long as you have those 3 things, anything can be solved with those problems like that. If you don't have one of those, fuck. That's not good. Phone, keys, wallet. No. Like, you don't need keys if you're traveling, pretty much ever. Like, that's at least not the way I'm thinking about it. If he's packing for, like, again, if you don't have your keys, fuck it, man. You could probably just, like, maybe if your house is locked or whatever, but, like, you could just Uber or whatever. Fuck. I guess I didn't do it fast enough. I think we should probably put the engine ignition slightly after the separation. Yeah, forgetting your keys isn't a travel problem, it's getting home problem. Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't even really put it in the same problem, I feel. Okay, we'll do that then. Save, simulate. I don't know, man. When I travel, I like to just think, like, as little stressful things as possible. It does not matter what happens. You could always get a hotel somewhere if something's fucked up with some other place. You could always just Uber or get a taxi somewhere. Like, every problem is solvable, but make sure you fucking have your phone and make sure you have your passport. God, you need those things, man. And also, you need your credit card, too. But I put my credit card on my phone, so I can use that if needed. But, cash is king, man. I always say, have your cards and everything and make sure your bank knows you're traveling, which apparently you don't even really need to do anymore. There's no, like, travel notices. Your bank just kind of follows your phone's GPS, which is concerning. But the reality is it's nicer not to have travel issues, right? Because my credit card used to decline because it was like, you're not in Missouri. Like, what? Like, that's... Like, yes, I am, bro. Please. But always carry cash, yeah. Some places don't even take cash anymore. No, some places don't take fucking credit cards anymore. Like, when I was traveling and I was in Berlin, the amount of places that would not accept credit card that I wanted to buy food from was crazy. Every day, I would get 3 meals a day. Probably at least one of them would not accept credit cards. And I don't know if that was a Germany-specific thing. People are saying in chat it was. But, like, and it mainly was, like, donor places. But, like, I don't really care what they're doing with, like, the taxes or whatever. I just want to eat delicious donor. All right? That's what I care about. Badly. So, like, if I got it... But, like, a lot of my friends did not bring cash. So we had to, like, go to the ATMs and stuff all the time. I don't know, Austria as well. Yeah. My chat was telling me it's because of, like, taxes, but, like, again, I don't know how that works exactly. We're going to start spinning this with E before we separate. So we'll do a little spin here in a second. Spinning. Separate. Cool. I think that went well. A little scary with how fast we actually had to enable the engine, but I think I'm gonna want to put the engine back in the main. What do you call it? Like back in the main stage here. It was like a little like psh, and then done, which was a little fast. Again, right now our pitch is like 45 degrees is perfect. And it's wobbling between like 50 and 40, kinda. So like this actually is a pretty optimal angle we're going at. I think it's fucking spinning. Yeah, dude. Alright, does it help if I like turn that off? I don't really know. It's also, it doesn't help that it's like wobbling the camera. Set thrust limit on those spin motors for them to burn longer. Is that true? It's also a diverging oscillator. It's kind of cool how you can see it, man. It's kind of sick. Yeah, downrange is... Okay, let's just continue. There we go. It's going to speed up time a little bit. Our goal is to go to a 800,000 kilometers... Sorry, 800,000 meters up, right? And if we can go 800... And, like, again, like, altitude would probably help if we knew what that was going to. So you can see us slowly start to peak. Right? Pitch doesn't really matter anymore. If we're at about 1,500 kilometers, 1,500, what am I saying? Yeah, if we're about 1,500 kilometers when this thing peaks, then we have technically made it about as far as we need to go. Just open orbit information. It shows apoapsis. Yeah, but it won't show us downrange. That's the important part. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. Doing some overtime this week? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I already... I was feeling really tired today to begin with. I did sleep an okay amount of hours last night. I slept 8 hours. Sorry, 6 hours, which is good. Okay. I don't think we're going to make it... Why did it stop downrange? No, we're out of... We have probe control. What the hell's going on here? What the fuck is going on? This should not care about the probe control. Is the EC gone? No, EC is still plenty. We're at, you can see at the very top, 744. Storage is full. You're shitting me. I can't click on this. Chat, question. This needs to this needs to not blow up. Right? Is that correct? This needs to not blow up? For the mission? No, it doesn't. No, it does not need to survive. Okay. But when I hit escape, it's got to say downrange. Ground distance covered. Oh, they said the F3 menu is wrong, correct? Those stats are wrong, yeah. So what do I do if the storage fills up? I can't add more storage. Right? Like, I can't do... This only has, telemetry data. Oh, that's analysis. Yeah, where the fuck? Where is this? Altitude mech jeb. I don't see where it's saying that, I guess. Don't use flight recorder to record, just keep it open. Oh. Is that actually the reason why? Okay, let's simulate this one more time. Tooling cost, 12,000. That's a lot. Simulate this. I'm going to try this again to see what happens. Simulate it. Yeah, just don't use the graphs. Okay. But I cannot believe we have to worry about the fucking... like, the storage inside of our autopilot, right? That just seems crazy to me. You also have too much battery, and you could reduce that a bit. That is true, but they say that you should test and then figure out your battery from testing. But I totally agree with you. Battery is weight, and if we could get rid of weight in the top part, that's more distance. I'm going to speed this up in a bit, but I don't really, I kind of need to wait. Actually, we can probably 2x the physics up until we need to separate. Looking good, looking good. Storage is still filling. How do you know? Oh yeah, storage is at 9%. Oh god, okay. So, there's an upgrade coming at some point that I'm making that should let me potentially have more storage, but I don't know. Disable the stages box? I don't think that's it. Does pause? No, it doesn't either. Oh god, we're wobbling so fucking fast now. What happened? Yeah, it's not going to be very good. I don't think this is going to go very far. Okay, it's way slower, actually. So maybe that's okay, actually. I don't think this is going to work. No, it definitely is not going to work. We're at 130 and we're coming back down and it's like still spinning like this. It's going to blow up soon. That launch angle is bad. I kind of agree. There's a few things I think we need. I think we need to reduce the launch angle, the finalized launch angle, and I think what I would like to do is go up to these motors here, and I kind of want to limit the thrust a lot. I want them to burn for longer. And I would like to go back and do what I did before, where I had these in a different stage than that. So these currently are going to burn at 15%, 16%. 16, why not? You need about 6 kilometers a second of speed, and you're about 2/3 of the way there. The bottom stage might need to be increased as well. We might need to just go faster. Right, for sure. Can you add the weight to the nose? I can reduce weight from the nose. You should set a lower altitude in MechJeb autopilot. No, that's like that's basically a completely different thing. We don't need to, we're not going to orbit. What I need to set over here is 40 with the final flight path thing. I think we even might want to do 50 here. What does 90 look like? Okay. So no, we want to do 40. Oh, I don't know. 35 might be a bit ambitious, but let's give it a go. All right, 3, 2, 1, go, and go. Okay. I think you need more weight in the nose for more stability. I could do a payload of like lead ballast up there, potentially, if we need, like a little bit. It's, again, it's a small rocket, so maybe. What's your burn time on your main engine? 50-something seconds. Basically, it's perfect. So we're not really pushing it farther than it needs to go. So we have two options, right? Because that engine is burning just about as long as it can burn, which means the middle stage is just about as the size it can be. We can make it longer because longer is less drag, obviously, thinner and longer. But if we don't want to do that, the only other option is to make the top lighter. The problem with the top being lighter is I have the exact amount of fuel to burn the engine as long as possible. See, the weight is kind of decided when you choose an engine because it has like an efficiency or like a reliable burn time. And you don't really want to go under that. Or you can, but you definitely don't want to go over that if you can help it, right? All right, spinning, engage. Yeah, we might not be using the right engines for this. And that's like a design choice you have to make, right? The pitch is oscillating and it's getting worse and worse. I think you're right. I think we actually might need weight in the front. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Do we? Actually, I don't really know. I guess we can design it a bit better. Whee! Less fuel, more wobble. Again, I think having weight in the front might be the play. I don't really know. Right? Maybe not churn so much. Well, I think the angle we're going is actually better. Like, it feels better. I don't know. Dude, I gotta get off stream. My voice is gonna die. I can feel it. I have a horse in my throat. I'm a horse. All right, helicopter. Okay, I need to do this. We should continue this tomorrow. I can do reiteration after reiteration all day. But you got to remember, not only are we going 3,000, but eventually we're going to go 5,000, right? And if I save this here, don't forget we're also going to get a upgrade from Science sometime soon, right? Like this right now is going to be in 148 days. is early tracking systems. And then in 200 days, we're getting early rocketry. If we do early rocketry, right, which is this one right here, we will get the upgrade for an oh God, where is it? The AJ1027 configuration, which is actually a lot better for the Aerobee. So we could try to do other missions and maybe fuck around, whatever, for 200 days. But that will be a very, very good engine, right? The Aerobee engine does not have a gimbal, so that's why we spin. No, it does have a gimbal. And even if it doesn't have a gimbal, we have no guidance control. Like we're using a science core. We're not using an active aero core. If we wanted to use an active flight core, it's way heavier, and we just will not be able to do it, right? So no guidance is no guidance, regardless of gimbal or a gimbal. So what we need to do is probably do passive things, like spin stabilization or whatever, right? Your can test before science ends. You can test before science ends. Test what? You can test that engine before the science ends. Is that actually true? You can put parts in that are being researched. But it's not actively being researched right now. Okay, I was going to say, what's stopping us from, queuing this up or whatever? Okay, no, I get what you're saying. All right. You can sim unresearched parts. You can sim parts that you paid the science for, but you haven't researched yet, is really what it is. But that means you can't go down here and sim an Astros engine or whatever, right? Okay, chat, tomorrow's problems will have to wait till tomorrow, all right? But I think we got good progress today, and I am very, 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 very happy with the clouds. The clouds are gorgeous, and I'm happy we were able to fix that. It did take us over an hour to get it working, but we actually have a beautiful, beautiful planet to look at now. So that is peak, all right? So I'm very happy with that. Y'all are getting first and second stage confused? Kinda. All right, YouTube, I got to say goodbye to you first. So goodbye, YouTube. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be doing more KSP tomorrow because we won't be doing so much time trying to fix the clouds. And also, we won't be doing so much Diablo tomorrow as well, okay? But I'll see you then, okay, YouTube? It's Thursday, by the way.